Yes, yes, yes. Hello and welcome to the best better. I am Kyprios.
And I am Jimmy the Bag. The Raptors head to the desert. It's the first week of the playoffs. We have a new leader who just made $1,000 for her victory over the 6 weeks of the regular season. We are in business, Kip.
Man, last week was absolutely stupid. That's a beautiful thing about this game. We've got 5 different people, different walks of life. Everybody's got the same bankroll. Everybody's got $1,000 during 6 weeks of the regular season. People gutting it out, swinging. David Tuckman on top firmly, using really wise business acumen, putting it towards his bets. And out of the blue from the last place, a massive parlay hits, and now Bridget Case is on top, Jimmy. That's the beauty of this game.
It is the beauty of this game. Let's take a look at what Bridget did to take her to make her $1,000 and get her paid in full. Last week, Bridget Case, week 7 picks. She had a $180 parlay that brought back $1,250 of profit. She squeaked in 2 of the bets. She cashed an under by 1.5, and she cashed a money line spot on Ball State by 1 point, and she made $1,194. And she's in business, man. That's gambling.
That is gambling, and that was when we were laying out the format and the formula, we really did want to see, is it going to be somebody who's sharp, or could somebody who maybe doesn't have the knowledge that is forced into a tough position pull something out of the hat? And as you said, that is betting. That's what can happen on any given Sunday, on any given Friday. So the best better is here to really try to, it's a good little social experiment. It's more, obviously rooted in betting, but sports are so magical that a last second buzzer beater, which we saw with Kawhi against Philly, or anything crazy like that, it can really happen in the last minute. So that happened in the regular season. That's $1,000. There's still a lot. There's another 1,500 up for grabs in the next 4 weeks. But Jimmy, now that the governors are off, we are seeing some massive bets, and we've got people that could go home this week if my boy John Orlando doesn't come in and come up with something. He's going to be in some trouble.
John Orlando has some crazy, wild action, and we're going to know right off the hop here, because he has Devin Booker to score the first field goal of the basketball game. That's some dangerous.
I mean, it's not as if it's Phoenix's first basket. It is the first basket of the night is Devin Booker. That thing cashes. What is it, Jimmy? Plus 500 if that thing comes in?
450. It's not even worth it.
Conservative is never a word you should use.
Oh, gosh. I'm worried for him.
This could be the swan song, but, first week of school, first day of class, Johnny comes in and he says, you know what? I'm more dangerous if I'm down to my bottom dollar. This could be the week we find out, and literally it could be next week him down to, I don't know. I think he's got his entire bankroll out on the dance floor this weekend. So this could be it. And this Devin Booker thing is massive. This could really make or break him. He could do what Bridget did last week, and we've seen it. We've seen it twice. We've had 2 really big bets hit. Bob Guiney, when we were watching the Super Bowl, he had a non-QB pass that came in and cashed when Mixon threw it to, I think it was to Higbee in the end zone, and that was plus 1,400. And then Bridget hits plus 695 last week, and, John, again, swinging for the fences this week, and he's been taking massive shots. Maybe at some point they come in, but Jimmy, I don't know. This could be it. This could be all she wrote.
We'll show you exactly what John has done shortly, but we won't open with him because he's in last. And we will start with who is in first. But John is going for a home run, and I'm worried sick about him.
I believe in me.
Well, a good thing he does, because I am losing that faith. Now, I believe in him as a man, but not in him with his action. Shout out to Vinny Goombats in the house. We got the Nuke Worker. Says, good evening, guys. Sitting in my balcony on Treasure Island with a hoodie, shorts, and a pint. Giddy up. Thank you for joining us, Nuke Worker, my guy. Let's go over what happened last week on the results. And you see Bridget cashing $1,194. She went from last to first. Tiffany also had a good week. The women were in control and have been the strongest part of this show. We have Bob Guiney in third. Then we have Tuck, who I still think can win this thing. I'm impressed with his capping, and he's sitting in fourth. And then John Orlando needs their own run. So this is our overall leaderboard right now in the first week of the playoffs. And Bridget comfortably ahead. Bob Guiney, and some actions come in for both of them. Tiffany Michelle, David Tuckman, and then John Orlando. So why don't we start by taking a look at what Bridget has done this week, and then we will go over other action because Kyprios and I both have bet this game, and we've also gone in for the first time, something we've talked about doing on a four game parlay, same game parlay, 4 different spots. We took 2 each, and it's pretty simple. What happens is we both made the bet, and if only one person's picks lose, then they have to send the other player, Kyprios or me, they have to send the other guy the cash to cover the ticket. And if we both miss on one, then we just take the loss. And if we both cash, it's a plus 500 parlay. So we will talk about that as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on The Best Bettor. Let's take a look at Bridget's action here. She is leading the way. She just picked up $1,000, and this is what she's got. $250 on Devin Booker, 20-plus points at minus 440 to return 307, $57. And let's just start there. I don't like that bet at all. We talk about risk reward and implied probability. She's making a bet saying that there's an 81.48% chance that Devin Booker goes 20 or more, and that's not the case in NBA. Let me just pull that out. That's not the case. There's not an 82% chance that Booker goes for 20 plus. And if we went over his stats, I do not believe that he would hit 20 plus in over 81% of his games. What do you think of her first bet, $250 on Booker, 20 plus points?
It's not worth the amount of return. I think that now that the gloves are off and you are forced to, she's our bankroll. She's got right now, she's the best bettor. Everybody has to put at least 10% of their bets on 4 different wagers. Yeah. So for her to go in at the minus 410 I just don't like it. I just don't think that there's no sex appeal to that bet, and it's also the risk reward is, I don't know. It's too much for that bet. If anything, like I might use that if I liked it. If I liked Book here to get 20 plus, then I would find one other thing that I like just to get the odds down a little bit. Minus 410 is
minus 440. It would
Pardon
be
me,
more.
minus 440.
One of the rules that Kip and I implemented in our same game parlay that we did together was you couldn't put anything in more than minus 200. Minus 200 has to be the limit. Minus 440, I don't. There's nothing I like about that. If he lands awkward, one sprained ankle, there's no risk reward there. She's also used that in a parlay. She has, and let me pull Bridget's action back up. She has Booker plus 20 points and the Suns money line and the Celtics money line. And Celtics are in play right now, and they've been excellent. They've been playing very good basketball of late, but they're only up 2 points. And I thought that they were going to take care of business tonight. I wasn't going to take them at minus 15. But I foolishly took the under, thinking that they were capable of shutting the Pistons down, and that under is in grave danger. That under is in grave danger for me. And it's upsetting looking at the scores right now because I liked Atlanta to have a nice game against the Clippers. I took them first half instead of first quarter. that's in danger. They easily covered the first quarter. And then I felt the same way about Dallas, and they, are up 8 at the end of the first quarter. So I'm a little frustrated with my action at this point. We are
Hang on,
still.
are you sorry, Jimmy? Are you on Dallas tonight?
No, I didn't move on them. It was -3.5 first quarter and -6 first half. And I liked them both. They were 1 for 19 from 3 in the first half of that loss against the Knicks. It's clearly, we talk about it all the time. When a team is awful, you want, and you believe in their talent, you want to back them the next time they hit the floor.
Hell yeah.
It's just, I should not have been scared by the 3.5 first quarter and the 6, and I should be making money here. And that's the same reason why I don't really like the Suns tonight. I don't really like them after going into Miami and beating them by 21. I know Jimmy Buckets was sick and not available, but that's a difficult task. And I think they're a vulnerable basketball team. So I'm on the Raptors +5. I could have got +6 yesterday. And we'll talk about the market moves in the Raptors game and what's going on. I'm also on the under, and you are as well, Kip, on that under. Let's just take a look at Bridget's action to finish off her card. She's on Purdue money line, SMU -9.5, Illinois money line, and Davidson money line. That's already lost. Illinois got upset. The 1 seed got upset by the 9 seed Indiana this morning. So that $250 bet has lost. But the Fordham Davidson over 119 cashed for her. So she has $220 on that. So she's only down $50 with $500 in action. So
she's already cashed the ticket. And then, you and I, this has implications. Jimmy and I, every week during this, we pick two of these bettors and we put money on them. This week, I went with Tiffany Michelle. You've got Bridget. We've got, we've gone to the other side, the fairer sexes, and I've gone with Tiff, who you've had. I'm really clutching at straws. We've done this 7 times. I've won once. So, I really need Tiffany Michelle to show out this week. But yeah, Bridge has already cashed one. And she's still alive. But as we looked at those 2 first bets, man, those are kind of tricky. Yeah. I didn't like the value there.
But the Fordham Davidson, remember this, because, we are all striving to be better bettors. That's what we're all striving to do. So we're always going to talk strategy, decisions that our players are making, decisions that we are making. And that will always be the goal of this show, to learn, to improve. And so we're going to talk about how different players are handling their actions. So remember this Fordham Davidson over 119. Davidson beat up on Fordham. I believe the final score was 74-56. I'm almost certain that was it. It might have been 76-54, actually. But I believe that was the situation where the total points was 130. It was expected to be a low-scoring game. Fordham doesn't score a lot, and that's the over 119 cashed very easily for her. And one of the reasons why I backed her was because I trust her NCAA basketball knowledge and expected her to succeed here. So there you have it. So she has $500 left in action. She is down $50. If Booker goes for 20 plus, she'll be up $7, and then she'll need Suns money line and Celtics money line to have an okay week. I do not like how she bet this week, personally, but she hit a home run last week, and there's Dennis Garcia joining the chat. Thank you for joining us, Dennis. It is great to see you, my friend. Let's move on to Bob Guiney, currently in second place.
Big shot, Bob. 4th season of The Bachelor, 1st season of The Bachelorette, all around nice guy. And even, I'm going to preface this, kind of like these bets this week, Jimmy.
Well, let's break them down. Remember, everybody, that you have to have a mandatory bet on Raptors Suns, and we have to have a minimum $50 live bet from each of our players on Raptors Suns. And Kyprios and I have bet Raptors Suns. And I've got an account loaded for Bear, ready to attack Raptors Suns. So Bob Guiney, coming off a week where he went 2-3, down $157.54. If you look back at what happened with Bob, he actually had a pretty good performance. The Citadel East Tennessee under would have cashed, but it went into overtime. And Dennis Garcia saying, just take Raps money line. I love the look, Dennis. I did get cold feet and took the +5, but I'm very interested.
I'm with you, Dennis. I got the money line and the under, so I'm riding along with you, Dennis.
So, and we have two of our players on the Raptors money line, and we just saw Bridget Case on one of her parlays using the Suns money line as a bet. That Citadel Eastern Tennessee hurt him, and he would have had a winning week. Let's go over his action right now for the first week of the playoffs. Again, a reminder for you guys, sitting in second place, but he's, 750. I don't have the numbers right in front of me. He's quite far behind. If he's down 123 and she's up 633, then he's $755 and change back from Bridget Case. So he needs a big week, and he needs it bad. Let's take a look at Bob Guiney's action here in first week of the playoffs. He has Vegas Pittsburgh under 6.5 at -128. I have instigated a new rule in my capping where I will not take a total at -125 or higher unless I really like it. And I mean really, really like it, because now we go back to the implied probability, and a -128 implied probability is 56.14%. And if I made 1,000 bets on the total of Vegas Pittsburgh, I do not think I would hit over 56%. And that's why I don't think it makes sense. Now, I thought all day about taking this at 6. Let's pull it down and talk about this game for a second. Kip, I thought all day about taking this under 6. I wanted to take the under 6. My question mark was because Vegas has not been scoring at all, and either has Pittsburgh. So when are they going to get a lucky bounce or two? But more importantly, Logan Thompson was in net for Vegas, undrafted 25-year-old out of, I believe it's Swift Current in Major Junior, playing very well for Vegas's AHL squad, and they brought him up. And I just thought that was enough of a question mark to stay off. And when it started, I am on Pittsburgh -1. So Pittsburgh got up 1-0, 2-0. It's now 2-2.
At the end of the two, at the end of two periods, it's all tied up. So they're at the 6-goal pace as it stands.
Well, another interesting thing is, and I've been wanting to test this out more, is that going into the third period of 2-2 games, if it's a divisional game and it's in the last third of the season, they play for the tie. You can live bet unders like crazy. Vegas, Pittsburgh's not a divisional situation, but both teams, and Pittsburgh doesn't really need to win. This doesn't really fall under that situation, but really something for you guys to keep your eye out up for is the last third of the season. Anytime a game is tied 2-2 going to the third period, live betting the under. I just think it works time and time again. Let's bring up the rest of Bob's action, Kip. He's got next up here Indiana, Illinois over 137.5. That lost.
Yeah.
As I said, we already had Bridget Case on the Illinois as part of her parlay. Indiana upset them 65-63 today, but the game went under. So Bob's down $138. And then look what he did with Fordham Davidson. He cheated that line up 12 points from 119.5 to 131.5. Now he got a -152. It didn't cost him that much money, but I don't like that. There's no reason to have a -150 total. Now he was so lucky it cashed because that game ended at 130. We saw Bridget Case cash that by 11 points. I hate cheating a total to 11 points. Hate it. I can understand when you cheat for a parlay piece, you cheat a team like as what you did with the Raptors tonight in our 4-game parlay, going from 5.5 to 8.5. I get that, but I do not like that bet whatsoever. But it cashed for him. So $91 profit. There's Nilo in the house. Great to see you, Nilo, my guy. Then he's got this I find very interesting bet, and I want to hear your first thoughts on it because he is a Raptor who is scuffling. He is Gary Trent Jr. under 18.5 points at -110.
I have to say, with Van Vliet back, I like this a lot. I personally like the line that he got it at. I like the points. I think that it's him getting it at -110 is good. I may eat my words, but when I saw that bet this evening from Bob, I was like, this man is paying attention. And this to me has been his 4 best, most concise picks. I think that he's paid attention week in, week out. He, as we know, he caught a bounce, but even when he was on, he was saying why he liked a non-quarterback to throw a touchdown in the Super Bowl. So kudos to him. He did get lucky on that one, and he did have a pretty good amount of money on it. So that was great. But just to seeing the lines sharpen up here. So at -110, being on the other side of it on the under, hell yeah, Bob. I like it. What do you think?
I like the idea that he's not going to get the run with Van Fleet back, and expecting him to start scoring like he was 2 weeks ago is trying to catch a falling knife. A player like Gary Trent Jr. is extremely important to the Raptors offense, and I think the Raptors are going to perform well here this evening. One of the ideas of a lower scoring game came to us from the great Dan Kelly today. And Dan Kelly has an NBA database that he's been building for 40 years.
Wow.
And the big angle, and I shouldn't say big, but the angle of this game is that this is a strange start time. This is 6 p.m. And it's a strange start time for these guys. It's just an hour earlier than normal for them, and it changed. That was what his database was focusing on, and that they were sort of going to be a little bit out of their routines.
Well, hang on. Just to qualify that really quick, Arizona's time doesn't change.
Arizona's time doesn't change, but if you're on a West Coast trip, or if you're
for
playing
Toronto, yes, that's
yes,
that's an interesting time for Toronto.
And so that was part of his database here, but also for these Suns, they've been playing on the East Coast, so this is their first game back here, and so that was what Dan was focusing on, this start time here being 6 o'clock Pacific, 7 Phoenix, 9 Toronto. Is just a off kilter starting time, and that's what he was talking about, feeling like there was a possibility of the under in play. So there's Bob's action. So he's got Gary Trent Jr. $138 for under 18.5 points. Let's move on to Tiffany Michelle. Tiffany Michelle coming off a nice week, and she's been very consistent. Again, we've talked about Tiffany often about her prowess on the poker table. She was 17th in the 2008 World Series of Poker, and she had a strong week 7. And, sorry, that's Bridget. Let me just pull up Tiffany's action here and how she got paid in week 7. She had the casher on the Hurricanes Rangers. That was a big one, plus 167. That was nice. And then she had the parlay Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, plus 211. We've seen her EPL success over the weeks here. We are about 6 minutes away from tip-off, and Kip and I want to talk about our own action here. There's the week 7 picks for – oh, no, that's still for her last week. Let's take a look at what she's done here this week. Oh, pull that off. This is Tiff this week. She has the Raptors on the money line. So I know you like that.
I do.
Dennis Garcia likes that. I bet you Nilo likes that. I wonder what New Corker is thinking. Vinny, I wonder what everybody's thinking about this spot, but I like it. Also, remember, we want to keep eyes on certain spots. Tiffany gets this at plus 210. So I imagine she got in 12 hours before John Orlando, who got it at plus 170.
I'm seeing it plus 175 currently. So she did well on the line there.
Beat the market move. She is Will Zalatoris to go top 10 in the Players Championship. The Players Championship. So he opened with a 69. He's tied for 18th at -3. And that's a plus 320. I like a top 10 where you're going to get paid out instead of the top 10 that's like a pick 'em. Man City, Tottenham, plus 340. That's this weekend. And then she's got Timberwolves -7 and New York, Memphis under 231. That's going on tonight. So quick update on that. Let's check that out right now. By the way, my over 6 in Winnipeg, New York, that market went against me, 15 cents against me. Looks very good. And Kent State up 10 points. I need that badly.
We got Memphis is up by 6. It's 47-41 Memphis currently.
47-41. And how much time is left?
We got 6:15 left, I'm seeing.
Okay, so that's not going to be easy to get that under. With my first look at that under, I was like, oh, wow, an under with Memphis. Like I just started. It would make me uncomfortable immediately. And what's the score in the Timberwolves Magic game?
Hold tight. I got you. It is Orlando 105-95.
Orlando's up 10?
Yeah, over the Timber Pups.
Oh, God damn it. I cashed on the Magic the last 2 games when they covered back-to-back, then beat the Pelicans. And it was my colleague, Daryl Rice, was so confident on the Timberwolves tonight. And, that upsets me. I talked off. I got talked off action for myself. So there is Tiffany
sorry.
Michelle. Let's pull up David Tuckman. Can you pull up David Tuckman's week 6 results? And they're not pretty. He had a really rough week 6.
That's a lot of blood. That's a lot of blood on the highway, Jimmy. That's a lot of blood out in these streets.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. And these weeks happen. They'll happen once or twice a year where you just completely get destroyed. Oh, wow. Dennis Garcia took Detroit money line plus 425 in play a few minutes ago. We love hearing that, by the way. Anybody dropping action, we'd love to know what you're dropping, what you're moving on. And Dennis, you know what I think of you as a capper. You're a spectacular handicapper that I'm thankful that I work with. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. So yeah, he's coming off a rough week. Lost 125 on the Senators. And if you could pull up his action this week, he's gone right back to the Senators.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in the Blackhawks. He's got $300 on the Blackhawks on the Senators. Blackhawks coming to Ottawa, coming to Kanata. I like that bet. I like that bet. And that's tomorrow night. He's also got the Lightning at Oilers, $400. So that's the biggest bet that's been made in this first season of Best Bettor. Believing in the Lightning. The Lightning don't look great right now. And they're a team that can turn it on like a switch. And Calgary took care of them. So I don't like minus 150 bets personally. I would build a -1 line. But the book we're dealing with for the show doesn't have a -1 line, and you're forced to work with it. Then he's got the over 222.5. So I'm going heads up with Tuckman, and so are you. We're going heads up. And then he's got Penguins money line, Canucks money line, Lightning money line. And my first thought when I saw Penguins money line, Canucks money line, Lightning money line, Kip, was I didn't think that we had the right number at plus 387. I thought you're only getting plus 387 for picking those. And we do have the right number. Like I verified it. That's not enough. Those are the Canucks against the Capitals is a tough game. The Penguins against the Golden Knights is a tough game. The Lightning at the Oilers is a tough game. So that was my first instinct is that enough?
Well,
plus 387?
No, maybe not. I mean, I think the market's looking at Washington, through Edmonton, Calgary, Edmonton coming here tonight. They're on a West Coast run right now. So there's fatigue. Vancouver's been playing very well. But the Pittsburgh one was a little bit interesting. But I do like the 3 teams. Hang on, what's the third team? He's got Vancouver, Pittsburgh, and
Tampa. Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I liked Tampa too, man. So I don't know. Let me see if I can get us an update if that third period has started yet. Still 2-2, 3 minutes in.
I need Pittsburgh. I'm nonplussed at that. Okay, we're about to get to tip off, so let's talk John Orlando. Let's talk John Orlando, and this is some wild stuff. He had a bad week 7. I'll pull his week 7 results up here. Right. Oh no, I won't. What I'll do is I'll just show you the week 7 results for John Orlando. And they were rough, down $214. He's had a couple rough weeks in a row, and he's losing confidence. And so what he has done this week is wild. Now look, John's a wild cowboy,
Yeah.
But this Devin Booker to score the game's first field goal is tied in with over half of his money. I mean, that's just a what. Now, if he scores the first field goal, look, that's the fun of gambling. But he's got $100 on Booker to score the first field goal plus 450. But then he's got a $72 parlay that needs Booker to have scored the first field goal. So Booker doesn't score the first field goal. $172 of his action is gone, and he only has 144 left. That's wild. And then he got the Raptors at plus 170 when Tiff got the Raptors at plus 210.
the self-proclaimed king of UFC is just about to get tapped out. He's about to get choked out. We saw it with Bridget Case. It wasn't as long. I mean, just look at the numbers on this, Jimmy. Plus $9,589. I mean, it's an absolute lottery ticket. But that's the fun of this thing.
That is
even if he does win. John doesn't really want that much walking around money right now in the casino without adult supervision, because he'd have $7,000, but he would be forced to put $4,000, basically down next week. What just cash for you, Jimmy? I see you excited over there.
Pittsburgh just scored. Let's go over our action, Kip.
Let's
go over our action here and discuss it. But I want to jump over to NBA and see what's going on with this Detroit spot. 68-68 for our guys right now. And Dallas going to easily cover that first half. Just very, very disheartening that I handled everything the way I did in NBA. But let's talk Raptors and Suns. Now, my unit size for NBA is $125. And when I heat up, I go up to 150. When I start struggling, I go down to 100. I didn't do that. I didn't bet my unit size because I wanted my bets, even though I made them official low back picks, I wanted my bets to be part of what we're doing with our firing shots live. So I only bet $50 on both of my two looks. So basically, they're just sort of like live bets. I didn't want to put a full unit on there and be like, oh, maybe I don't want to invest $300 or $400 in this game. That was the thinking. So I have $50 on the Raptors plus 5, and I did it here, which I could use a local. I did it here so that I could see what they're offering and all that stuff, which we have so much fun with throughout the game. And I have $50 on the under 222 where I'm going up against Tuckman. And then let's talk about our parlay. But let's talk about before we talk about our parlay, what else do you have going on in this game?
I had only because I called it on the show on Wednesday before we kind of knew what was going on. But I like the Raps because they've been cold, but I do like Van Fleet coming back, and I don't think that Phoenix is a particularly difficult place to play in. Being there, I was there 2 weeks ago, and I think that when they're fairly healthy, they're incredibly dangerous. So, and I also think that defensively, I just liked the under. The under, market value was kind of there. So just to have fun, I put them together. And I'm a little not John Orlando. I'm more like Tiffany Michelle right now. Tiffany Michelle has kind of reluctantly started to combine and put more games together. I've been in a bit of a losing streak, although I did have a nice, I had a nice Tuesday night, which brought me back a little bit, but I decided to put those together, just like $20-$25, but I'm with you. I'm going to be firing in game, but I like the Raps. I've got the Raps on the money line, and I've got the Unda. I'm wearing my Unda pants this evening.
Well, let's talk before we go into our parlay, and my man Nilo loves parlays, so we'll discuss what we've done here. I'm thinking the Raptors have such trouble with big centers.
Yeah.
How does DeAndre Ayton not get to 17.5 points against this Raptor squad? Here's why, because a lot of people don't know this. I saw DeAndre up close a couple weeks ago. He's essentially Greg Oden, meaning like DeAndre Ayton is actually about a 45-year-old man. So I know that it says he's 27, but he's old, Jimmy. I've seen him up front. He's not who he says he is. He's not that age. He's breaking down. I don't think that I could see Ayton getting 15, 16, but if Book's going to make it the Book show, then everybody kind of needs to get out of the way too. He could get garbage. The Raptors just aren't built to stop a center like him. I'm going to put $50 on him right now. I just bet $50 on Ayton to have over 17.5 points. And this is with no VIG. It's at plus $100.
Plus $100, that's nice.
It makes me nervous. I feel like there's a reason. But, Dennis Garcia made a comment where he was like, I forget who they were playing. Oh, maybe it was it Jokic? It was either Jokic or Gobert, but Raptors got destroyed by a 7-foot center. And Dennis laughed, oh, this team that's all 6 foot. I forget. I don't want to quote her on. I don't want to quote him because it made me laugh, and I hate quoting somebody on something funny and then butchering it. But the idea being the Raptors just aren't built to stop a center like Ayton or Gobert or Jokic. No, I shouldn't put Ayton in the conversation with Gobert and Jokic. I shouldn't put Gobert in the conversation with Jokic.
No,
that's how good Jokic is.
No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I think Jokic is the one and true real unicorn. I think Gobert is a sensational defensive player. I don't
do you know
think
what today
that.
Is, Kip?
I'm sorry.
Today? Do you know what today is?
No, what is today?
It's Rudy Gobert Day.
Is it? Oh, it is. Oh my God, I remember where. Yeah, terrifying. Today's Rudy Gobert Day. Touch them all. Touch your mic for Rudy. Let me touch your mic.
What a dick that guy was.
Touch them all, Rudy.
It couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, it's Rudy Gobert Day. Okay, let's go over our parlay. This is the first time we've done it.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it works. So these are the rules. And I think that we should move it to 50 next week. We did it 40 each.
Yeah.
I think we should move it to 50 each next week, to stick with my unit size, if you're okay with that. But
I'm okay with that.
This situation, Kip gave 2 spots. I gave 2 spots. If one of us is wrong and the other is right on both, then the person who's wrong will pay for the other person's ticket. And if we're both wrong, then we both lose. And if we're both right, then we cash. You had first pick. What did you take?
I teased it. As I said, I had the Raps money line. And so I teased the points up to 8.5, which was at what was it, minus 180 or minus 190?
Minus 190. Raptors 8.5. Same game parlay. This was the first piece.
Yeah. So I took the 8.5. I mean, I like them to stay close. I don't like Phoenix to run away in the desert. So and just a little bit of a homer as well. I'm not gonna take that away. They're not my favorite team in the world, but I do like this team. And yeah, man. I like to ride along. So 8.5 Toronto. That's my first. And with the second pick overall, where did you take your money?
My favorite player is this man. And I just said that out loud because I just realized that. I just realized he's my favorite player. So this is more of a fan bet because we're having fun. And this is, so I took Scotty Barnes over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists at minus 120. It was slightly juiced to the over. It was minus 110 to the under, minus 120 to the over. So my was Scotty Barnes over 25.5 points, rebounds, assists.
And then third overall for me, I like Pascal when he shoots. I'm not sure. I think he'll probably get Bridges duty, but it might be Ayton. Otherwise, I think that he's going to be cutting, slashing quite a bit. All Pascal needs to do is hit 1-3. So that I liked. He'll shoot. Sometimes he'll shoot 4 or 5 a night. He just needs one to go down. He needs one good, nice, open look. And I like that. And again, I got it at what? Did I get plus money on that one, Jimmy?
No, it's minus 185.
Okay, so I did not get plus money. But yeah, minus 185, Spicy P, 1-3. And so
I'd like to look at Spicy P. I want to gain confidence on this spot and see what he's done in his last few games here. So against San Antonio, 1 for 2.
Perfect.
Against the Heat, 1 for 3.
Perfect.
Didn't take a 3. Didn't shoot a 3 against the Bulls. Went 1 for 2 against the Charlotte Hornets. So 3 of his last 4 games, he's hit 1. We just need 1.
Just need 1, baby.
And Dennis Garcia says, Scotty Party or Scotty Too Hottie? Go, Mars, go. All right. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. And then I had the last pick here. And I chose and this I kind of got a little nervous. I know we're not investing much money here, but I just, it felt like it was the anchor leg of the relay and he'd just given me the baton and I had to go. So I took the Phoenix Suns team total and I cheated it like you did with the Raptors 8.5. I cheated the team total up to 116.5 under Phoenix Suns under 116.5 is playing the anchor leg of our 4-leg parlay, and that got us plus 500.
So we both have 40 down on it, 40 turning into 240. And again, you're not risking much if your two bets come in. Matter of fact, you're getting paid. So I do like it. I think it's fun. I think from now on during the watch party, we should definitely get loose. I got the fellas coming onto the court here. I've got the tip off, Jimmy. You might be a little bit behind me.
I am. We can figure. I love those Suns jerseys. I love the orange Suns jerseys.
Oh yeah, I like their Black City jerseys too. I think they're
their
pretty
Black
slick.
City jerseys are so nice too.
Like those Black Valley jerseys, those are pretty hot.
Yeah. God, I'm so far behind always. I hate that.
I'm gonna pause it for you, and you and I are gonna sync up.
I have the ball now. It's Campaign's got the ball, and he is now passed it to Booker. Is Booker going to score the first field goal of the game?
Oh wow!
Oh wow! And doesn't get it. Look at that. Van Fleet running up the court. That's where I'm at. 11:42, 11:41.
Well, guess who's got 2 points already?
Scotty.
Hey yo!
Oh, I've got a 1-year-old son sleeping. You know, I almost doubled up on the Scotty props for a bet. I almost took the over 15.5 points as well, but no need to be all Scotty all the time. All right, we're up 2-0 Raptors. We're going to be live betting this as well. So then going over my action here, I'm in that parlay. I just added a late bet on Ayton.
Yep.
$50 on Ayton over 17.5 points. I've got $50 on the under 222, and I've got $50 on the Raptors plus 5. And I'd like to be making live moves already. We are in business. This is already the total's already dropping.
That is yeah, and look, Gary Trent's missing. What's up, Clements? This jersey you can have it whenever you want, brother. Little young Clements in the building. And who gets the next point? Oh my God, Jimmy. Man, don't leave the barn door open, mofos.
My favorite player. What up, Jeff? Great to see Clements in the house. Thanks for rolling with us. Okay, Dennis Garcia liking this idea that you had. Oh, Crowder. God, he's such a tough guy. He's a guy you want to go to battle with. And
hell yeah.
There's just another perfect example of that. And getting Spicy P in trouble.
Oh no.
That's okay. Just one foul early. All right, so the Dennis Garcia liking our addition that you've wanted to do for some time, it makes me excited. We'll keep doing it.
I'm wondering too if maybe moving forward, I don't know if it violates anything for Play USA or YouTube, but it would be good to get a little ride along with Dennis and like Twate or like Clement. You know what I mean? Like if the squad could put together like a little build-a-betty and get everybody
I think behind, it's a great idea.
Moving in one direction, that would be kind of fun.
I think it's something we should talk about. I know that we're going to move into college basketball here for the next couple of weeks, but that would be fun if we wanted to put in a parlay, with 4 or 5 guys in the chat, like a 6-game parlay, us 2 and 4 people in the chat. I'd be definitely into that. I think it's all right. Idea.
Let's do. I don't know how we'd. I mean, I guess it's pretty easy these days with PayPal and like. You know what I mean? Like we can still have some fun.
Dennis, like if we just did it, if today it was Dennis, Nilo, Jeff, you and I mean, these guys are our friends. So that would be very easy.
That would be easy. And you just pick one. Everybody just picks one and we write it down. Yeah. It's a bad turnover. That's a bad turnover. Oh, that's easy. Nice dish there. Okay. Where are you right now? I'm at 926, Jimmy.
Yeah. We're right on.
Okay. Righteous. Spicy
All
P.
Right. So let's look at the live action. The total is down to 217.5. I like that.
Your man Trent. Oh man. Cold both ways, but it just takes one. You know this game. It just takes one. Here's a deep 3. Oh, Van Vliet was like 3.5 rebounds. That was his bet. I did look at that prop. He just turned it over twice in a row, Jimmy. What's going on with this kid? Missed the layup. Cookies.
Oh, nice. I should have bet more on this under. It was just a gift.
Gary. Yo.
Wow.
Van Vliet needs to bury this. Oh my God. Barnes with the rebound for you. That's good news.
It's great news. Oh no, this is gonna be one of those. Why didn't we jump all in on this under?
Oh well, yeah. Lest we forget. Come on, Jimmy. This is the first like 3 minutes.
No, this gives you the tail. This tells the tale, man. The first few minutes tell the tale, buddy. Come on. The reason why I think it tells the tale is just because, it's obviously correlating with my belief in this game, right? Strange start time for the boys.
Strange start time. What's your man's name? Who's got kind of like those advanced stats for the last 40 years of basketball?
Dan Kelly, 40 years of. Vinny Goombat saying, "Hey, you guys going to be on for a while?" Vinny Goombats, we're going to be on for at least next 2.5 hours, my man. We're here. We're here, Vinny.
Vinny, we're here.
We're here. Come back, join us.
So, wow. So what does that look like though, Jimmy? Is that patterns? Is that wins, losses? Like, is that conference, divisional? Like, wait, how deep does he get? Like, what is he looking for? Where is he finding value out there?
That's his whole life is working on this. His son is he's at least one son for sure, but his kids are in college and done college, I believe.
DeAndre, the old man.
So, yeah,
the old man gets 2 points for you.
Spicy
P. He thought about it. He had a shorter Devin Booker on him. That was a travel. He got away with one. 2 hands. Come on.
Oh, Scotty, you touch it. If it touches your hand, you get it then. He's in upstate New York, and that's all he cares about is, wow, brick after brick after brick here.
Oh, nice pass. That's a nice pass.
An assist. Scotty Barnes.
It is 218 minus for 218 and a half now, Jimmy, from Nilo. Thank you, Nilo.
Yeah, I'm not going to live bet. I'm never going to make a live bet that's moving in the direction that I bet.
Look at DeAndre. Maybe your DeAndre bet was.
Well, let's not. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I know the word I was thinking in my head.
Go ahead.
Rhymes with penis. All right.
Intravenous? Genius?
Yeah, of course it's intravenous. Scotty Barnes, is there a chance if he goes off on these last 15 games that he could win Rookie of the Year?
No.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
No.
Oh, offensive.
Did Vince even get it when he was in Toronto? One, it's the hardest market in the NBA. Well, maybe not the hardest, but a very difficult market for a Rookie of the Year to get the acknowledgement. So I think that's against him. But I do think, I haven't looked at the numbers in the last 3 weeks, but like before the All-Star break, I was looking at it, and it does look like it did look like it was Mobley. And what about LeBron? I mean,
Ayton, man. Was that? Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but
no, babe. Come on. That's beautiful.
Anytime you. Oh, Scotty. But Spicy stopped running. So, but
but Scotty stopped looking as well. Don't know. 2-on-1. I don't know if you need to rinse out a no look at that moment in time. You're probably good just to put it in your man's hands.
Yeah. We're watching it. We're watching it. Nilo, we're watching it. There's Tony Bruscher in the house. We have a fire chief rolling with us now, Kip.
Nice.
Fire chief. Tony Bruscher rolling with us. We are live betting Suns Raptors, and I feel very good about my action. Other than the Raptors are now plus 6.5. So that's what I'd like to keep an eye out for. The Raptors. Let's get some stats. Let me pull up some stats for this game because it feels like the Raptors are playing terribly. Dallas up 23 at the half. How do I not pull the trigger? I mean, it's just a
Dennis got that right.
Got the Mavs.
Who did he? No, he jumped on. Or did he? He jumped on Detroit, I think.
And they're down 4, but he got it at plus 425. And Dennis, I mean, he's all about risk reward. So the Raptors are 3 for 10 from the field, and 0 for 5 from 3.
Yeah. Well, Spicy has not shot any of those yet.
I want 6.5 is not quite enough for me to pull my next trigger.
No, it's gonna, give it a moment. We like those tens.
No, I even think if I think I might even draw the line around 8 for the first
For the first bullet to be fired. It's in the holster. It's ready. It's primed.
It feels like we're not going to get a chance at that under. I have a sneaky suspicion that we're just on the right side.
I'm seeing the Raps +5. Is that what you said as well? That's what you got?
That's what I betted at pregame.
Pregame.
I'm
Okay,
wondering
that's what it is right now.
Oh,
we've got a live bet money line. Phoenix Suns $50 from David Tuckman.
Okay.
Let me get that in the book.
What are the odds?
-210.
That's what I think about a live bet at -210. That's what I have to say about that. God, Scotty Barnes, he's just. I mean, it's part of Masai Ujiri's brilliance, but
yeah, for sure. I'm surprised that he's been able to stay in Toronto.
Masai?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the Knicks went after him hard. I think he wants to be in Toronto. It's been weird. Like living in Toronto, I can imagine was probably a great thing. I left for Costa Rica in 2017. I came back a month before the pandemic. So I have not reaped the rewards of being in Toronto. None of us have, and he hasn't. But I remember a time when it was a pretty nice city to live in, 8 months of the year.
Were you there for? Oh, that's a nice shot. Were you there for the playoff run and the win?
I was in Costa Rica.
Losing your mind, I'm guessing still.
Oh yeah, and Ella loves basketball and loves the Raptors, and it all started then when she was like 1.5, 2 years wearing. Oh, now they're starting to hit buckets. Okay, maybe I'm wrong about this live total. Up to 221.5, so it's right around opening line here.
Spicy P on the back down, double team comes, kicks it out to Barnes. Barnes with the open jumper. That's nothing but the sweetest sound in the universe.
I should have. I came so close to adding Scotty's points, and I was like, I shouldn't go too hard on Scotty.
I look at that as well. Poor John Orlando. So down 100 and what did we say? 140 because of books.
$172. I mean, just ridiculous bet.
Kids, don't try that one at home. That an anchor or pardon me, like just to start a parlay with something as risky as that. It was just an absolute lottery ticket.
If it's like a $25, if it's a very small bet,
have
$25 like within my, if your unit size is, as a lot of the cappers that follow me know, I cut 25% off all my unit size across the board over the Christmas holidays, and so now my NHL is 150.
Yep.
And it had been 200 when I was 150 because I felt like I was getting a little tentative to fire away. But I mean, just to put over half of your stack on that, it's crazy. I hope he joins us. I hope he can hang out with us.
Yeah, I might give the kids a friendly reminder. I know Tuck said he was out. He's broadcasting this evening, so he got his live bet in and he's out. But yeah, maybe we'll see if we can get some of the kids on. Come on, Spicy Pete, just pull up. There we go. Oh no, I mean it's good for the under, but I also need the Raps to win this thing.
Yeah, but we'll find the right spot. I'll follow you right back, Vinny. Respect. Thank you for following. I'll follow you right back, man. Any friend of the best bettor? Friend of mine.
Jimmy, was that your most favorite sports championship when the Raptors done it, or have you had a better one than that? Have you enjoyed something more than the Raptors win?
That's a good question. It's an interesting question. I guess the Raptors win was my favorite, but I like it wasn't that big of a. I can only think about the Vancouver Canucks winning the Stanley Cup. That's the only thing I can think of. And so
No. But I mean, I'm saying things that happen in your life that you like really
I've never.
appreciate.
My teams just don't win ever. They never win ever. And I did. I made a big bet on the Raps in the Eastern Conference final when they were down to win it all. Not a big bet. I shouldn't say that. Take that back. But like I got big odds on it. And it was a decent sized bet. But I was alone in Costa Rica. You know, my family was in Toronto at the time. Like I was literally and also like I don't play, like, you know, we're too old to play pretend and not looking for friendship. Like I did not want to share that moment with somebody who didn't care about. Like I wasn't like, hey, like I, you know, so like I had like 2 friends probably in Costa Rica because you can't talk hip hop or sports. And I don't. Let's just stop. You know, like life's too short to play pretend. And so you know, when I look back at that, I remember that night so well when they won. It was kind of a bittersweet, weird moment. Like I knew that I needed to get out of the stand-up comedy to change careers, sort of a thing. I knew that. So, but just being alone in this apartment in Costa Rica, and it was you know, it was very annoying. All my friends were celebrating, partying together, and here I was just it was. I don't look back at that championship, and also, you know, it takes a lot of commitment and consistency to win a championship, but we were really fortunate that injuries took place right at the right times.
Durant, Clay, they had Steph. I mean, they were really beaten up. You know, it was incredible for them to have gotten there. And then when Clay's down, Durant comes back and he rushed back for the game 2, and he didn't last the half, and he was looking pretty good in that half. And then it seemed as, you know, there was an uncanny belief that Steph could do and like might be able to do it, but they were too much. Kawhi was an absolute force of nature. I'll tell you where I was. I was playing a bar mitzvah in a jet hangar at YVR and watching it with Seth Rogen. He was he was like the dude's father's best friend. I got called into work. I didn't know what it was. I mean, I knew it was a bar mitzvah, but it had been like I've been booked to DJ this event 3 months in advance, and I had it on my calendar. And about you know, when they got into the championship, I'm like, oh no, oh it might be over before this event takes place, and it probably should have been over one game earlier. But nevertheless, there I was, and you know, I get there and I'm like, there's no TVs here. And then the dude who was the dad was like, no, we've got a whatever, like the traveling internet box thing that you can buy, and like whatever those things are called, brought in like 2 TVs, and like the kids were into it. So was able, like I was working for most of the game, but watching it. And then like, you know, finally it was like, okay, you can turn the music off and come watch the end of it. So I was celebrating with a bunch of 13-year-old kids, and you know, reading the Torah. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Precious baby.
Holy
I love Chua.
Shit. That was a nasty jam. Oh, you love to see it. Man, I love this game.
I'm beginning to think, well, first off, that's a wild story. And was Seth cool? Was it fun hanging out with him?
I'd met him before. He was. I honestly looked. I went, shimmied up to the TV, and then I kind of looked over to give somebody a high five. And during the game, and it's like, oh, it's
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
It was. Yeah, he was really cool. Yeah,
See,
he was cool. That was a big jam. He was quite
number
cool,
40
but
number 45, Delano Bonton might be my favorite basketball player, though. He's him and Scott, like Scotty is, but Delano, like if I was going to go get a jersey right now, I'd get a Banton jersey.
I love it.
Come on, Scarborough kid getting drafted here. I'm trying to get my family out of Parkdale, and all the places we're looking at are in Scarborough, and I'm a fan. Look at
Scarborough's dope.
But look at Delano, look at him right now, and look at Scotty Barnes and their kids. In a couple of years, they're going to be, man. I mean, we look at what Tatum's doing now that he has a man's body. What, 54 and then 44? Nice play. Wow, Achua is all over the floor right now.
Oh, nice pass. Oh my God. This is good basketball, Jimmy.
That's what I was going to say.
I'll tell you this, man.
Yeah.
Barnes was not on my radar. I really liked the Mitchell kid. Mitchell won me $1,200 with Baylor last year. So Baylor and Mitchell, Devion Mitchell, are going to hold a special place in my heart forever. So, but I also like Suggs. I went to Gonzaga basketball camp for a couple of years. So, when I saw Toronto's spot, I kind of thought, that Lowry's out. They're going to be good with two points. But my goodness, I didn't think that Barnes was going to be this special. And it's so much of a better pick, so much of a better fit, so much more diversity. I didn't see it, and I love it. I love being completely backward and completely wrong. So,
there was a ton of anger when we didn't pick Suggs, and it was enormous, like real extreme anger from some comics in Toronto, and it made me never want to listen to anything they had to say about basketball again because it was ignorant. Like the way you're talking about it, there's no ignorance, there's no extreme anger. You're just like talking about, well, I kind of thought this and I felt this, but there was like really extreme anger when we didn't take Suggs, and I was like, it made me upset. But Nilo is ahead of me in the basketball game, and he's in Toronto. So am I on the wrong? Is it maybe should I get to the? Let me see if I switch to maybe because it's on every one of these channels, right? HD, all the ones.
Booker is bananas.
Okay, maybe let's see if I'm going to switch over to the HD. So now I'm at 29 seconds left.
Oh, you're ahead of me now. Okay, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. That's better for you.
Okay, beautiful. So I'm 24. This is Nilo, thank you. Okay, now I realize I was on the Ontario one. Now I got to be on the 18. 19, 18. Okay, beautiful.
All right, I can speed it up a little bit. I'm going to get through the quarter, and then I'll sync it up with you.
I think, Kip, after watching this first quarter, that there's going to be points scored.
Okay. Do you want to fire?
Are you like how many
Spicy Pete, please. Yes. Yes. Yes, dog. Yes, dog. Come on, Jimmy. We're in this, bitch.
I'm taking shit from my girl because she said that I sounded like a girl when I screamed there. And we have a sleeping 1-year-old. So she was very disappointed with the sounds that I made right there. Just disgust here.
Sorry, Fong. Sorry, Card. Sorry, kids.
Oh, Kip, you're in, baby. Now, his foot wasn't on the line, right?
Oh, shut up. Shut the hell up.
I just need proof. It looked.
All right.
No, it's in. It's counted. It's in 1 for 1. All right, Kip, you're halfway there, baby.
Oh, beautiful thing.
You're halfway there.
All right.
You're halfway there.
Oh, man. All right. That's good. And, your DeAndre's looking good, too.
You know what? I'm more excited about the one we have together. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to take the over now at 219.5 for any kind of middle. But watching that quarter, they're playing at a pretty quick pace. Let's go over the pace for the last 5 games of both of these squads. And here, let me move over to my NBA notes.
Hang on, I gotta say what's up to Fern. Fern, if you're still watching, you bone rack, you dark passenger, what's happening, brother? Fern Grossling, a kid I went to elementary school with, and we were in Arizona last week. So he always talks shit about Isaiah Thomas. That's his favorite point guard of all time. So you can't tell him anything about anybody else. He doesn't even really watch too much basketball, and you know, it's hard not to respect Isaiah Thomas, but you got to be willing to have a conversation. He's not the best point guard of all time, but shout out to my man Fernie.
I love the angle though; it's very funny. Let's talk about this pace scenario.
Okay,
the Suns' last 5 games, they've been playing without CP3. They've sped up. They're now 8th in the NBA. Over those last 5 games, 101.4 possessions a game. The Raptors are 23rd, 96.80 possessions a game. It feels like the Phoenix Suns are dictating pace.
Yeah, that's funny that they're actually up because they were 9th in the NBA and now they're 8th. They're 8th now and they were 9th. So
so there's been okay. You mean
no. You're right. They're pushing the pace more. CP3 is going to be able to control it and like settle it down, but they're actually working at a higher clip now without him.
I think that obviously I'm not going to. If I could get a 215 or something like that, but I don't want to. I would have to bet less than what I've been betting, and I've been using $50 units for these live bets. So my feeling right now is let's see if they slow it down.
Van Fleet has turned it over 3 times.
I can't believe you're halfway to your action.
I am.
And you got to wait all game for your second half.
That's right.
Hey, let me be the first to say excellent work.
It just the time on the clock worked. He was dangling, and I thought that he passed up 2 fairly open threes earlier, which scared me. But that's great. That's done. 1 off the board.
Yeah.
Your DeAndre is.
I got to give a quick shout out to my guy Dabby Cab. Thank you for rolling with us. We got Dabby Cab in the house out of Texas. He's gonna be rolling in San Antonio with us in a couple
Yes.
weeks, shout out to Dabby Cabs, man.
Yo, Jimmy, you need to have like a GoPro on the entire time.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We have Garth Daisy. Come on, Scott. Yo, I love it. Oh no, that's not an assist. God. We have one dedicated filmmaker who's going to be filming everything, but we have 2 or 3 guys filming everything. That's the whole idea, because I mean, you know me, Kip. I want to stop capping the card every day, man. I yearn for something more.
Yes. Yes. But I mean, you're going to win some money in a skating duel, in a skating race. That's a big block by your man, Scotty. That should count on your ticket.
Yeah. Where am I at with Scotty anyways? God, I just love Scotty.
Oh my God. Scotty Trey Bucks. Silent Jimmy is the best. I honestly want to go back to like silent pictures just for your emotional facial expressions when Barnesy gets going. It's very good. It is very real.
How do you not fall in love with this kid? I'm just.
Oh, look at the little shimmy on the way back.
Nice. Look for ice. I'm really falling for this kid.
He's beautiful. You know why I like this kid is because I feel like he can defend 2 to 4. You know, on top of everything. Oh, he might have got away with a walk there. Oh, look at Spicy P.
Oh,
that's not Spicy P. My bad.
Oh no, you're right. It's Boucher.
Bobby.
I should have taken that. Yeah, I should have taken that 15.5. My whole action with you should have been simply Scotty Barnes props.
I know. But next week next week we go to college. We got basketball for the next couple of weeks. And Playoff finals. I want to see if we have any update in that Pittsburgh game for Bob Guiney.
Oh yeah, let's get it.
Just a second.
How am I behind, Nilo?
Oh my God, 5-2. Pittsburgh wins, so he loses that bet.
No,
am I right?
The under. Yeah, he lost the under.
Hang on, I'm just gonna bring it up really quick.
But
so
he lost the under 6.5. But Tuckman is on his way with the parlay.
Okay, let's bring up Dave's action really quick.
Yeah, so he's on his way with that parlay, and very important to my family is, very important to my family is that I cashed on the Pens -1.
That is important. Always got to take care of the home team. The bags got to eat. Those bags need to be eating well.
Yes, they do. They do. Oh, great. This is all falling into place for our action. But Scotty Barnes has 9 points, 3 boards, and 1 assist. Come on. You already cashed the Spicy Pete 3 for our parlay. And then Ayton has 6 points. He's only played 8 minutes.
Jimmy, you have to admit, you got to give me this. This is the best kind of competition ever because we're cheering for each other. We more than anything, we want to win the bet. It's so delectable.
It's very, very fun. It's fun. And then one of the reasons why I've been kind of switching how I bet, where I bet for our shows is just because it's fun also seeing like what we're being offered and all that stuff. Like, look, it's extremely enjoyable, but I really think, oh wow, the over-unders at 214.5. You know what? I feel a little different. Oh, by the way, we have a live bet here from Dennis Garcia. He's Spurs second half plus a half point. Spurs second half plus a half point. Nilo, I'm starting to change my tune a little bit. Doesn't it feel like the game's slowing down? The game's slowing down. There's defense being played. Buckets are becoming hard to come by. So I've changed my tune. I'm not gonna try and middle this. But Nilo, if you could keep an eye out for the middle, and I'll try to do. Now it's 212.5. Let's see how far it goes down. I'm
just gonna quickly bump the kids on the show and see if anybody's gonna come by, Jimmy. Oh,
sounds good.
Give me 2 seconds here.
Wow, what a bucket. God. That was gorgeous. 211.5. So at what point do you think, Nilo? Let me ask you this. The last 4 minutes of the first quarter seemed very fast paced and they were taking big shots. Now they're brawling out there. I don't want anything to do with an over right now. Nothing to do with Nova right now. But the mistake I made in which game was it? Remember, I said I would never make the mistake again was when I could have had this huge middle. Right now, my middle's at 11.5 points. That's not quite enough.
Okay, I am back, Jimmy. I just gave the children a reminder. What are you seeing the over under at right now? What are you getting offered at?
Nilo's giving us these updates. Down to 210.5.
I must have something must be wrong here. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, this is great. This is
210.5.
This is great.
Oh,
that's an assist, friends. Oh no, they wave off the bucket?
Yeah, they would have waved it off. The foul would have been pushing him out of bounds.
Damn it.
All right. Are you ready for a Steve Nash story?
I am. Yes, I very much am. Yeah.
You remember a kid named Toby Bailey who played for the UCLA Bruins?
What years are we talking? Not off
96. No. O'Bannon, the O'Bannon brothers. They won it that year.
Yeah, of course, I remember the O'Bannon brothers, but no, Toby Bailey's not ringing a bell. But keep going.
So Toby Bailey was this dude. It's like a 3 or a 4. He had a ton of heat on him. He might have split MVP of that tournament, but he had a ton of pub and a ton of heat. I was going to university in Victoria, British Columbia at the time. And Nash went to SMU. He's an island kid over there. So he had a bunch of like basketball records. I played ball against his brother, Marty Nash, who had a pretty decorated soccer career. It's like those kids were soccer rats. Nash was a super hip hop head too. There was this hip hop night in Victoria called Chocolate Milk. So we go there, blah, 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 have drinks. And I'm like 18. He's playing Santa Clara. They go on their run. They get knocked out, coincidentally, same year as UCLA. Nash is there. I'm kind of all over him. And he's lovely. We're talking music. And then I bring up hoops. And there was so much smoke at the time and around this kid, Toby Bailey. And I'm like, well, what about this kid? Where's he going to go? And he was just like, he's not the truth. He's like, he's Fugazi. He doesn't have this and that. Like, he broke it down. And I remember being like, you are crazy, because I was young and impressionable. And if somebody in Sports Illustrated had written an article, or if I'd heard it on the radio, I thought that was super facts. Nash gets drafted by Phoenix. Toby Bailey gets drafted by LA in the second round. And I think he was out of the NBA in 2 years. So yeah, Nash...
I'm looking him up right now. He's a sports agent now.
He's an agent now. Yeah. He's an agent now.
Wow.
But I remember being like, what are you talking about? And the fact that he fell to the second round was kind of a big deal. I don't think he even went in the first round. I think that he was lottery. Yeah, I think he went second round. LA and just didn't make it on the court. And I remember thinking, there's no way that somebody's going to waste a pick, or like he's not going to do it. But I think everybody on that UCLA team all went to the NBA. But yeah, that guy, I've met Nash a couple of times, and there's an incredible human being right there. Like no coincidence that he was a success. Oh my God, what a take! Did you see that left hand, Jimmy?
No.
Ooh.
Gorgeous, though. I just saw it late.
Okay, hang on. I'm ahead of you again. I'm going to pause it just a little bit.
Thaddeus, man. Thaddeus is a man. I was down in LA at pilot season as a kid. Like,
yes. I love Jimmy actor stories, by the way. So I'm here for this all day, every day. But
I was a huge Gonzaga fan.
Okay.
And you talk about Toby Bailey, players that don't make it. I thought Adam Morrison was going to be in our living room every night for the next 20 years.
We all did, brother. Holy shit, for sure. That little porn stash.
I wasn't a big fan of the stash.
I thought the stash had just as much game.
Sorry. While we're doing this, I've been getting very excited about betting the Arkansas Razorbacks. I bet them today. I want them in the tournament. And Cabby, the Dab father, is saying Arkansas, Memphis, two teams that could make runs in the tournament. Selection Sunday, we're like, 48 hours? We're less than 48 hours away from Selection Sunday. But I was in a bar and with Rob Pugh, old Bobby Pantload, great comedian. And we were cheering on Gonzaga, and we weren't making friends because of it. And I thought, like when UCLA made that comeback, this bar was just erupting, and they were screaming at us, yelling at us because they knew we were Gonzaga fans. And when Morrison was crying on the floor, like we had to get out. We had to leave, we had to like sneak our way out of the bar because there was a lot of people trying to get after us. Oh, DeAndre, what a beast.
So he's got 8 now, Jimmy.
Yeah, I don't want to get too excited about any bet. You know who is here, by the way, Kip, is Mr. Database himself has jumped into the chat. Dan Kelly. He's watching the Cavs game. He's focusing on the Cavs game. He is a heavy Cleveland backer, but there he is. There is the Database.
We were just talking about your database from 40 years. I think that's incredible. I was asking Jimmy. I wanted to know everything, all of the specifics about it, but would love to talk more about it. I more than anything, I love people have passion and hobbies and ways of making money that come and go. You see people change careers now more than ever. So for somebody to be able to be like a student of something and be able to, even if somebody kept a diary these days for 5 years, shit, you keep a relationship alive for 10 years. That's incredible. But to have a data book that you've been able to keep, I got a lot of respect for that. And an incredible amount of respect for that. That's a nice swipe by the Suns. Shamit getting back. That's hustle blood right there. Oh man.
Oh, I don't like that.
Is that Bridges?
I don't like you comparing it to a diary of 5 years. I think you probably got pretty low expectations.
I know. I think if you've ever tried to keep a journal, it's not easy to do.
No. Let's stick with diary. You don't need to call it a journal.
Okay, dear diary. Do you know what Jimmy said to me on the live stream tonight? He made fun of me for my diary posts.
Dear diary.
Dear diary. Jimmy said the most horrendous things to me.
This is all falling into place.
Jimmy, easy now.
Oh, by the way, I had those flashbacks. I was driving home today, and I had the flashbacks. This is a game that could go to overtime for sure.
Oh,
no, it could for sure. And I will not hesitate to cash out unders. I will not hesitate with 10 minutes left in the game or starting the fourth quarter. I just had this feeling. These are the Suns team without CP3 so the total's at 212. Nilo says. What do you think?
Wow, I've got it at 215. I got it at 215. He's got a good total there to go over. I mean, I guess I could technically go under and try to get those points.
I'm gonna need like a single digits in the twos. Oh, look at that, Mr. Siakam.
Yeah, Nilo, another shit no look. Yeah, there was one earlier.
All right, let's take a look at the action that I have here. Should we wait till halftime to look at our offers?
Good call. Good call. We'll save a couple of bullets for the half. I am liking this, but I mean, Phoenix is a very dangerous team. You know what I was thinking, Jimmy, that I slept on? I had a similar wager when I went to the Suns Pelicans game a couple of weeks ago. I had a 4-legger, but on my own, I put it together like a dummy, sitting in the lounge having a cocktail in the morning and trying to get some aggressive action going on for the evening's games.
Sure, morning cocktail.
A morning cocktail, if you will. A Sergio Mimosa, and I know you'll like that.
Oh man!
And maybe
my favorite Canucks line of all time: Jim Sandlack, Cliff Ronning, Sergio Mimosa. Oh man!
25, 7, and 27. Wow,
that's my favorite line in Canucks history.
Wow, that's incredible, Sam. I did not. That's hilarious. I did not love Mimosa when he was in Vancouver. I liked him for being kind of tough, but anyhow, oh my God, that's pretty. Mikal Bridges button hooked me, and he could not find his way into the offense. They didn't look for him. He was cast out on an island. He didn't find his own shot. Like, I don't know why I didn't fade him tonight and go for the under. I just think that, I think he's a great defensive player. I think Bridges is a hell of a player. I don't see him working in this offense that well. Maybe he needs Chris Paul.
Oh, wow. Nilo just took so we have another live bet. Gary Trent live over 25.5 points at plus a hundo. We do have a commercial break here, so it's a perfect time to talk about what action we have going on, what we have live, and what our players have. So for me, let me go to my bets and what they're offering me. Oh, wow. Did you see what they're offering us for our same game parlay?
Oh, I wasn't even going to look, Jimmy.
Well, I'm not afraid of numbers, I tell you that much. And they're offering us a pretty penny.
Okay, so we have $40 that could turn into $240, and they are offering us
each. We didn't. We did, so we did a. This is our parlay that we did together. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Continue.
No, this is our parlay. So it's $80 combined, but I've got 40 on it. He's got 40 on it. Here's what it is. Scotty Barnes over 25.5 assist rebounds, assist points and rebounds combined in the match, looking very good. Under 116.5 points in the match for the Phoenix Suns. Those are Jimmy's 2 bets, looking very good. Pascal over 0.5 threes. That's already a green tick. And match point spread, Toronto Raptors plus 8.5. They're offering our $40, $131 at the moment.
That's pretty good. I'm not going to take it, but my voice just cracked. So, I'm interested. The under 22 or under 222 $50 bet, I'm being offered $60.32, so $10.32. The Raptors plus 5 on $50, I'm being offered $66.43. And what about Ayton? Are they not offering me anything for Ayton? I guess they're not offering me anything for Ayton.
On my Raptors combined bet with the money line and the under 222, they are offering me, I got $15. They're offering me $28 on that. So I don't know. I think I'm going to let that one ride for a little bit.
Man. I'm telling you, look, we bring up the fucking guy. The guy.
Look at Nilo. Why does your throat crack? Or your throat is asking for the Kraken.
We know it's asking for Kraken.
It's always asking.
It's so funny because we grew up in this sort of a, Hennessy, Remy, cognac, the yakety yak, you're a baller. Like when I'm down in LA with my boys, I only get Hennessy or Remy. But I drink this sugar water Kraken, this garbage Kraken. Like I can't explain it. It just, for whatever reason, it gives me a very silly, drunken feeling. It's a very happy, silly feeling. Now it goes away when my under goes to overtime, but generally speaking, yeah, it does go away. But generally speaking, but if you bring Kraken to the party, you don't look nearly as cool as that bottle of Remy.
I mean, the Courvoisiers and the Hennessy's are nice. If I'm doing it, I'm having a scotch, I'm having a whiskey, I'm having a bourbon. I'm not afraid of it, but I'm not as drawn to it. It was always around. Oh, Crowder. My goodness.
He's so good.
He's so good, dude. He's so good. That's why,
this win a championship. He's the guy. Like he's tough. He can fill all the facets. You can switch him. When you talk about players who can play multiple positions.
Oh wow, he got bodied there. Trent.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's not that big. When you ask him to play the four, I mean, he tries to do it, but he shouldn't be doing it.
That was a big boy offensive rebound there, man. Against Crowder, like he came in and wiggled on him. Crowder's looking good. Okay, how many points does Trent have now? Trent is sitting on. He's sitting on.
Oh, his Trent under is a problem.
Hey, you heard me say it in the game. I liked it too. I thought he's got 18 already. Ayton. Oh, Jimmy.
I don't like when you have a skilled player who's not been playing well to just expect them not to play well. I mean, how many games in a row is a player with skill going to struggle?
Barnes. Rebound and 2 points, Jimmy. Rebound and 2 points. You know what's crazy? You know the stats on the Raps? They get a lot of offensive rebounds. They are second in the league, Jimmy, with offensive rebounds. That's an incredible stat.
Especially if you don't have a real 5.
But you know what else is crazy? It's, oh my God, Ayton again for you. If that correlated to how many threes they shot, that could be correlated, right? Because a rebound from the rim of a 3 is way more unpredictable than just a 15-foot jumper, right? It takes a bigger jump. So you can kind of get fluky offensive rebounds, but their 3-point numbers don't back it up. To me, like that's hustle blood. That's hustle blood and possession, and like a position and just wanting to go and get it. There's no reason this team should be second in the NBA in offensive rebounds, but yet they have muscled and like just willed themselves into grabbing boards. I love to see it, man. I was always a grinder, dirty shit, rebounds and defense, and like I love to see it.
Respect, and that's a teammate everybody wants. Kip, my man, Ixnizzle has joined the chat. Ohio's finest, man. He would work. I get to hang with him. We haven't met in person, so I get to hang with him in San Antonio here in a couple of weeks. But we talk about like good smoke and hip hop. Whenever there's like a fight in the chats that we're in, he always puts up the family business from Kanye. He always puts that. That's one of his, and another one is the I Wonder from Kanye. But then he puts on the Nate Dogg. What's the Nate Dogg track Ixnizzle always sends out? When any people are arguing, he just pops up the Nate Dogg video. So we got Ixnizzle in the house, man.
What's up, Schnizzle?
Great.
You know what's crazy, dude? It's like some people like these days, there's people that I feel closer with than people I've known my whole life that are in different cities. I think that if I was going to do a big wedding or do something like that, there's be people that I either game with or I've worked with from, remotely that I feel more close with than people in my own city that I've known for a long while. It's a strange thing. I mean, sometimes it's like the distance sucks, but you do get like real talk. You get real good like relationships these days. I think that I would be, like at my wedding and be like the first time I'd be meeting people that I would consider really good friends. But that's dope that you guys get to bump heads in San Antonio because, man, that trip just keeps getting better and better. I really need to watch that basketball game, though. I really want to see. Is it ones or is it twos?
It's twos. Did I tell you where we're playing it now?
Yeah, you're playing it in the parking lot of the track.
Lot, yeah, track parking lot. Yeah. No, but I know what you're saying. I do think that things are being skewed a little bit because of the last 2 years in the pandemic. And I was telling you, I think when we first started working on this project, I was telling you that I had been gone for 3 years in Costa Rica, and then I came back and the pandemic happened, and the people I was closest with, I was still sort of gone, right? They were all dealing with, you can't go outside, you can't do anything. So I totally know what you're talking about. We did a Summit of Champions. That's what I always call any get together with the Cappers. Is always a Summit of Champions. We did one in Miami in like the dopest hotel, the Diplomat, like just like a hotel that was just beyond. One of the things I always do, like if I'm going to go to a sporting event, like if I'm going to see the Raptors play, I will only see the Raptors play a shitty basketball team because I don't want to pay the tickets to see them play. I'm going to have an incredible time seeing the Raptors play. It could be the Sacramento Kings, and it's going to be one of the best nights I've had of the year. So, I don't care about, that I will only go to games of teams when they're playing bad teams so I can get a decent price. So in Miami, if you want to go to Miami, you have to go during hurricane season, right? That's when you go to Miami. You go in August. If you go in August, now this was like pre-pandemic days, like prices have changed just because all these hotels are so starving for cash. But pre-pandemic days, if you went in August, your hotel would be 25-30% what it would have been 4 months earlier. So we did a big hookup, big party in Miami.
How many of you guys went?
Less than will be in San Antonio. I think 35, 40.
Jeez.
So less than.
But that's deep as hell. You guys are gonna be more than that in Santa Ana?
Oh, we'll be hundo deep.
All right, man. Wow. Okay, that's another conversation. That's crazy. So you're in Miami. You're 30 deep.
Well, the reason why I bring it up is that one of the things. So we have Dan Kelly coming with live action. We should be talking about live action, not waxing poetic of some of these meetups. But when Ixnizzle comes in the chat, and I know I'm going to get to hang with him for the first time in my life in a couple of weeks, like obviously I'm going to start waxing poetic or get excited about it. And one of the things about me is that I'll be working on this trip, and so, like the drinks will be swinging between 5 and 7, 8, but at 10 o'clock I'll be preparing for the next day's work. Now I'll stay at the bar. I don't need to leave, but I'll be working. And preparing. And so I remember the last night we were in Miami. We have 2 different pools in front of our hotel, and then this tiny little beach. It's Hallandale Beach, like you can see Gulfstream Racetrack from the back, but we're right on the ocean, and we're down on the ocean, and of course, we're all hip hop heads, and we have 2 different DJs. The Big Red Goo, who will be rolling with one of the best cappers. He's been a DJ I'm 42. He's probably got 20 years on me, and he's been a DJ for a long time. And he pulled out his beats and his speakers, and it was just like magic. And we're down, and there's 20 of us, 25 of us drinking down at the beach. And it was like, you don't want the night to end. You don't want the night to end. You don't want the night to end. And then when I'm going back to Costa Rica, and I have, at that time, again, because my family would only be down there half the time. I'm going down to this empty apartment in Costa Rica, and I'm you're like, this was real. What happened here? You may only be working with these guys online 358 days of the year, and then 7 days a year you get to hang with them in person. But it's so real. It's so legitimate and honest. And,
it is.
And so it's just I can't wait for San Antonio because it's real. These friendships.
I'd love to hear more about it. We got somebody knocking at the door.
Oh, not somebody. We have our leader knocking at the door, our winner of the regular season. A lot of pressure on her, and she's already cashed 1 ticket. She's lost a parlay, but she's very likely to be our leader in the second week of the playoffs. Let's welcome Bridget Case in the house.
Fingers
Bridget, what's
crossed.
happening?
Honestly, I am just praying right now. It was a rough morning because obviously, man, but you know what? I just felt like when I saw that you guys said that I had to bet at least $213, I was like, you know what? I have enough room. I have enough of a lead to kind of just take some risks today. It'll be okay. So, but yeah, I'm feeling good about the Miami Duke game. So.
Well, let's talk about your action. Bridget, can you swing your camera horizontal? Beautiful. No, there, you're in business. We have Bridget Case joining us. How many? 1.2 million followers on TikTok. Also, a very, very talented capper. Sorry. We shouldn't pull up comments. I got to figure out how to not pull up comments when we're 3-way. But let's go into your action, Bridget. Let's go into your action. First off, you should probably walk the audience through your glory of week 7. So let me bring that up here. Talk to us, Bridget, about the biggest winning bet that's being hit in the show's history. The parlay included Ball State winning 64-63 over Michigan State, Murray State winning the Ohio Valley Conference, the Northern Iowa, Illinois State under, and then Toledo. By the way, Bridget, Toledo cost me $250 today, first half of full game, and I don't want to get into that. But please talk us through your giant
I feel you. I almost was gonna, go all the way. I don't know. I feel some sort of way about Toledo. They haven't made the tournament since 1980 or something. I don't know. So I was really trying to give them a lot of faith. Honestly, last week, the game I was most nervous about was Ball State, and then watching Murray State was pretty nerve-wracking against Moorhead. Or is it Murray? All these names get so confusing in the Ohio Valley Conference, but man, that one was so exciting. Murray State's been just one of those teams that's kind of been, they're a smaller school. Not many people are paying too much attention, but they've been, getting a lot of hype. And I was super rallied around them last week. So I think the most important thing is kind of to pay attention to those games that, no one's really thinking about and following. And those are kind of always the gold mines, I think.
I agree. And, Ja, who's, possibly going to be nominated for MVP this year.
Hell
Ja
yeah.
Murray, he brought attention to Murray State, but then he left and people stopped paying as much attention to them. And you took care of them, and they handled it so easily, winning the conference tournament. By the way,
he put them on the map. I know, totally. I'm with you.
Dennis Garcia, by the way, and something that you should know, he loved your $4 bet.
Yeah,
he loved your $4 bet. He thought that was just you disliking NHL, fulfilling the agreement of 4 bets. So he said that the $4 bet kills me. He's been laughing about that for a week. So let me give you that a love right there. Let's go over your action this week, because your action this week has been fascinating. Your action this week. So let me just pull it up here and get your action here. So the first off, you talked to what? Did you watch the Illinois-Indiana game today?
No, I was really bummed I didn't get to watch it. I have been I'm in the middle of closing a really short escrow on a home, so I've been on the phone all day and signing papers, but no, so I was really shocked as I was watching that one and getting updates, and I was shocked, honestly. But I mean, Indiana had that, was it last night? Major comeback. I didn't think they were going to win against Michigan. So
yeah.
Honestly, I mean, but this is kind of when those out of nowhere wins happen. And this is just that time of year, right? Like, this is what gets us ready for March Madness. And I feel like there's been a lot of upsets today. There's been a lot.
Yeah, there has been, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, like I almost put money on Arizona, but I was like, they almost lost to Stanford. Like, it's, not a total lock against Colorado. Colorado's beat them before. And so there were a lot of and I almost took Houston I'm bummed. I was going to take Houston. I had them covering and I erased it, and I'm pissed I didn't, because anyway, so there were a couple things all day I've just been like, oh no, or how about Auburn? I don't know. It's just an off week.
Well, we keep doing that in this game as well. Jimmy and I put together a little bet together. We combine something, and as we watch this, that's the thing about hindsight in the mirror. You just cannot look back in anger, in sadness, and not and being upset about the ones that did get away. There certainly would be more in front of you. You have leapfrogged the entire competition. You have a $754 lead. So even if you do have an off week, there's a lot of people that think that
I figured it'd be hard to catch up anyway.
But it falls quite well to you now that we're going to be focusing the next 3 weeks on the madness. So you seem to be able to, you've capped the college really well. You understand it. It'll be fun to see what you do after this week. Any thoughts on a live bet, Bridge? Have you looked at the game? Have you studied anything?
Well, last I checked, I only was checking the score, and then I tried to turn on my TV, but it just updated and it signed out on my YouTube TV. So now I have to get on the phone, and I didn't want to to put in the code or whatever. So, but last I checked, Toronto was up.
Yes. Toronto is up.
I'm going to pull up.
Well, where's Devin Booker right now? I know I think I had him scoring at least, I can't remember if I ended up putting 15
You had
or
20, at least 20, and okay. He's sitting at 6 points. I'm sure he's going to light up in the second half, but I did not like the minus 440 implied probability, because you're saying that Devin Booker is going to score 20 plus just under 82% of his games. And that's, but look, if I gave you my 4 bets, there'd be bets you like and bets you didn't like. Mm-hmm. You cashed Fordham Davidson over 119, and it was beautiful. So let's give you the props for that bet. And we've talked about your skill in college basketball, and that was showing. Bob Guiney cheated that total 12 points to 231. Or sorry, 131, 131. And he got it by a point. He cheated that total for an under by 12 points, took the under 131 at minus 152. So personally, I don't like any time the VIG is your biggest enemy. The juice is your biggest enemy. And that's why I don't like the minus 440. But Booker can still get there.
Just for the record, right now, Bridge, the over under on Booker, I'm seeing 18.5 now. So if you get over 18.5 right now, it's plus 100.
Okay.
So you put down 50,
Yeah.
you're gonna get you'll get that back. And then or you can go under it if you want to wave the white flag, which I'm sure Jimmy and I would.
How much time is left?
Exciting. This is exciting. I'm very excited to watch.
How much time is left? The third quarter has just started, so you essentially have another half. He's sitting on 6 points right now.
Okay, I mean, I know he was out before. What was it? Before that last game, I know he was out for a little bit,
COVID
stuff. But I feel like, regardless, I mean, the last few weeks, yeah, he's at least scored. I mean, he's been insane. That last performance was like 25 points. I don't know. I thought.
Do you want to double down? Do you want to double down on Book? Now it's at 20.5 since we've been talking. So it went up from 18.5 and now it's at 20.5.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he's scoring as we speak. Another thing is that you also have, you also have the Suns money line.
Yeah, I do.
And what's the live action that we can offer her?
Because I honestly, I just wasn't totally sure. I know Suns are really good at home, but and everyone's like been hating on Toronto since All-Star break, but like I don't know. I thought they would keep it close. And I mean, well, what's the score right now?
2-point game. Toronto 56, Suns 54. Jimmy and I are a little bit behind, and the Raptors just airballed their last 2 possessions. Now the Raps have the ball. They're over half court. Van Fleet has turned it over again, Jimmy. It's his 4th turnover. Holy Euro step, and 2 more points for Ayton for Jimmy. It is tied up is what I'm getting at, Bridge.
Cashing out the Ayton bet.
Good for you.
Thank you. You know,
I'm terrible at it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I just need the cash. That's all I was saying, Bridget. The cash will help.
In-game bets make me really nervous because I feel like no matter what I say, I like have some sort of juju that I put out there. Not sure if it's good or bad, and it affects the game somehow. I feel like I have that much power, and it makes me really nervous.
So you're saying you're powerful beyond measure, is what you're saying.
I am, and not in the best way.
But Bridge, look what the power did for you last week.
I know.
You were in 5th place. Some had cast you aside in this competition, and like a phoenix from the ashes, you rose.
This is the best Bridge interview we've had so far. This is a powerful beyond measure.
You have to throw a Hail Mary. I was just like, I mean, screw it. This, last week of the regular season, and
but it doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for John Orlando, who throws Hail Marys to nobody else on the field, apparently.
Yeah, that's the difference.
This just in, Bob Guiney's bet, Gary Trent Jr. under 18.5 points is a loser. Just cash.
Okay, hang on. Points. This just in, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Bob Guiney has made a live bet. Could you please make that announcement now? Bob Guiney has come in. He's stealing Bridget Case's thunder.
Ooh, okay, we have wow. So it's $50 on the Raptors plus a half. So if it goes to overtime, I guess this is can't be a full time. Let me just pull this up here.
He bet. Sorry, I text messaged you to that just about when the second half started. So he text messaged me that.
Yeah.
At 20 after 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait. He actually, no. 20 after 7. Oh, wait. He has done something else. Sorry.
Oh.
We got time to figure it out. I would like to hear about how you are going to use the powers to. You've already put yourself in a very fine position in this contest, and if Booker rolls, I believe Booker scored right when we started talking, and let's see if he scored again.
What's he at right now?
He's still sitting at 8 points. So
I was just gonna say 8 points.
Yeah. So you need Booker to come through, but
what's the over? What's the over under at right now?
So I'll give you all the very quick options for you.
Okay.
Right now, the Suns were -2.5.
Mm-hmm.
that has now went to 4, and now it's at Suns are minus 3.5. The total, it's all changing so quickly. The Suns are now minus 2.5. So I'm going to pull up everything and give you. So what are you deciding between? Are you deciding between the Suns and Booker?
Yeah.
Okay, I can work with that. So the Suns right now are minus 2.5, minus 125, minus 210 on the money, and then player points. Right now we have Booker at 21.5. Wow. So they're still expecting him to go. Now
they're expecting him to just ball out
That's right.
So now live, the over 21.5 is minus 125.
Booker just hit a massive 3, Bridge. So that's why it went to 21.5.
So maybe okay. How much
Use your
how
power
much time
for
is left
good.
in the third quarter?
8:23.
Oh,
it's off the board. Oh, it's back on the board. 21.5 has gone down a bit. Minus 118.
I mean, I feel like I should believe in the guy.
Bless your heart. Let it rip, Bridge.
But then it would
Or you can kiss your cousin and take it the other way.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. And just be safe. Save myself.
Hedge it. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think of that. Yeah.
I mean, why not? I'm in that position.
Well, it's not available right now.
Oh,
now it's available again. He must have done something because it's up to 23.5.
Oh gosh.
Would you like to go back to the Suns action, or are you going to focus all your attention on Booker? It's cool if you do want to focus on Booker. We just want to give you a menu.
Oh no! Give me both. Give me both. Honestly, like I knew. This is why, because I thought so much about like
Suns right now are minus 1.5.
What was the spread? What was the spread when
6.
It opened at 6. It went down to 5.
Jeez. Okay, so Alexa's talking to me. I don't know what I said.
Tell Alexa.
Yeah, her and I don't have very positive conversations.
Maybe she's trying to give me some advice. I'm terrible. I don't think I've ever actually. Well, I don't remember my last one. I'm terrible with NBA bets. Like, I swear I don't know what. Like, it's so much college basketball, so much easier for me, and I don't know. I just feel like in the NBA because like anything can happen and there's so many games. I don't know.
We just had a live winner from a person in our chat.
Ooh,
Bridget, Nilo, my man Nilo. He made a live bet on, when was it? It was a little while ago. He made a live bet on Trent to go over 25.5 points. When was it? It was a little
he got it
ago.
19.5 plus 100.
No, he live bet Trent over 25.5 points at plus 100, no vig, and just cashed that.
Nice, Nilo. Nice work. Love to see it.
Now I'm figuring out how to see the chat. I got it. Okay.
Love to see the thread make money. Really, truly warms his cold heart.
Yeah. And
Booker scored again. Okay.
Somehow your fingers look slender, even that close to the screen, because
oh my God.
Mine don't.
I'll take it because it has been so dry here. Like that's why I keep rubbing my face. It's like we've had horrible winds, and I feel like I just got hit by a dry windbreaker. I don't know, like getting slapped in the face. It's like so. Okay,
Tony Butcher is asking, "Is Bridget on Twitter?" Yes, she is.
Yes, I am.
I will drop your Twitter handle here.
Cool.
But let's not get very important business needs to take place here, Bridget. You're up $700.
Okay, wait. Can I?
You got time? No, I don't mean to put pressure on you.
I have time. I know.
You can phone a friend.
I was gonna say, can I phone a friend, and can those friends be you?
Yeah, of course. We're here. We're here to help. We're here to help.
We are here to help.
I'm trying to see. Fingers like drumsticks.
Is that from the chat?
Now drumstick sounds really good. What's Booker at right now?
It's been off the board. It's been off the board for a little while.
Okay.
I'm sitting here waiting.
He was talking
It's
about
a
Jimmy's
commitment.
fingers. Nobody would
It's a-
ever say that about
Oh!
your fingers. Okay, so right now, Book's got 13.
But we want to give you a live option here. We will be able to as soon. I guess.
You
as soon
know
as they
what?
come
I'm
back-
gonna stick with him.
I love it.
Respect.
Okay, I do like that. All right, let's see what happens when it comes back to life. We're on commercial break here. Right
but
now,
maybe I can
Bridge.
give you- maybe there's a different. Let me try seeing if I can give you a different.
I'm seeing 22
give
and
me
a
some.
half, Jimmy.
Where?
But they're not giving me an odd, but they're saying 22 and a half.
Okay, well, I've got a couple different books up. So are you wanting to go over once it's available? It'll be available in a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna be confident.
I like that. That's a true
respect
daily
that.
double. That's a double down for the ages.
I respect
Watch,
that.
he's gonna go on a crazy run.
He's been
it's not.
running. He's been running.
Wow,
I didn't see his second half numbers anywhere. I would have jumped on for him to go for a bit of a run.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get these. These will become available in a second. While it is, Bridget, who are you looking at to make a deep run in March Madness?
Like a team, or you mean in our?
A team.
No.
God, you know what? I don't know. I'm really loving Houston. North Carolina has been super fun to watch, although today was not as expected. I hope that it was so funny. Yesterday, somebody in my chat was like, Duke's going to get a Cinderella story win. And I'm like, you can't call Duke a Cinderella team.
Ever.
But I'm like, I think you mean a storybook ending. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they make a deep run. But Gonzaga has always been like deep in my heart. Do I know if they'll actually win the Final Four, the national championship? Maybe not, but I think they will make it to the Final Four 100%. That loss against St. Mary's.
Okay, wait, sorry. It's available now. I don't mean to interrupt. It's available now, 23 and a half.
Okay.
With no VIG.
Let's
23 and a half minus 108, no VIG to the minus 106 now.
And I have to put 50.
Gotta put 50.
All right, let's just do 50.
Oh,
I'm seeing 23 and a half plus 100 now, Jimmy.
Plus 112. It just changed.
All right, give her the plus 112.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's
give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Over 23 and a half plus 112 locked in.
So Bridge, we used to go to basketball camp at Gonzaga, and I'm in a March Madness pool with the kids that I went to high school with. The easiest, of course, we all want Gonzaga, but these Muppets every single year, Gonzaga to win it all.
Oh my God, I know.
Gonzaga to win it all.
They've never won.
They haven't won, but it's been the tournament is pretty easy to win if you just don't do Gonzaga winning it all.
Right, totally. That thing. I don't think they'll win it all. I think they'll make it back to the Final Four. I think it's going to be same old story. Who's another good? We had weird upsets today, like Auburn. Can't think right now.
Oh yes, Scotty Barnes.
I would pull up. I would pull up my. If I wasn't on my phone, but my gosh.
Pascal.
Well, the Illinois Indiana upset was the first one that.
Yeah,
stopped.
I can't believe Indiana pulled 2 off in a row. That's just nuts. So.
Then Texas A&M beat Auburn.
Yes, I cannot. That's so crazy to me. Like, I don't know, but
2 more points for book for you there, Bridge.
Oh, jeez.
What's he at? Like 12?
Hold tight. I'm gonna get.
Oh
you that.
no, he's way up. He's at
15.
16. He's at 16.
He got 16.
Yeah, you're in
Oh,
business.
we're gonna get there.
You are looking good, girl. It's early though.
Feeling good. Feeling good. I mean, how about what day was it? 2 days ago? Like Oklahoma kind of came out of
Did Oklahoma take care of business?
Baylor. Oh, gosh, I'm trying to remember what happened today. I hate when the games are so close to like back-to-back days because it all blends together.
Well, it's about to get really foggy.
I know, but that's the fun fog.
It is an incredible fog. The first
It's a
few
fun
days.
fog. I think it's just hard because I try and keep up with all the little teensy schools and so but Baylor going down, that was nuts. Was that yesterday or the day before? There's just been a lot of like big guns suddenly taken down. Like I don't know. I don't think there's very many people that I feel confident getting a 1 seed, Like we could see some shakeups.
Bridget, we have Dan Kelly in our chat as well. This spectacular basketball capper, and he's built this database over 40 years of studying the sport. And this is an important note. And it also works so well for us because we deal with biases in gambling, vividness and recency. And so this is what he says. And I'm not going to pull up the chat because it messes up our squares.
No, I see
but he
it.
says top conference tourney seeds that get knocked out early, like Auburn and Illinois fighting Illinois, do well in the big dance. They're not worn out and hungry. Happens every
That
year.
makes so much sense. You're rested and ready to go. Absolutely. And I love the hungry part even more. That's kind of why I felt like, Duke could make a big run, because after the upset last week and North Carolina being so dominant at that point, like that's where I think, Coach K is like pissed. But anyway, yeah, Auburn could make a deep run. Same with Baylor. Illinois, Indiana, yeah, really surprised me there. That was wow. Yeah, because I had Michigan winning yesterday.
I came close to moving on Michigan, and I didn't. And it happened while I was live. The game started, and I was like beating myself up after the first half, and then was so thankful that I didn't move on second. Oh, I did.
I was live during the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament championship last week when Murray State won it, and oh my gosh, I think my chat thought I was like gonna, I don't know.
Could you tell us about your show? Because I know that there's basketball cappers in our chat right now that would love to watch you cap a game and break down a game.
Yeah, I'll be live during some games tomorrow if you guys want to come hang out. It's been pretty casual the last couple weeks because I've got some personal stuff going on. I took some time to kind of deal with after Super Bowl. But yeah, I'll be live during March Madness every single day that there's
on
game
Twitch.
action. And we usually have watch parties, and the chat makes me do crazy things. And we talk about, I would say majority news-wise we talk about is NFL. But this time of year, all college basketball watch parties. So I'll usually focus like on one game, but have the scoreboard up for everything that's going on. And especially during, I think Twitch has a couple different things that I'll be doing for March Madness. I can't quite talk about yet, but they're going to have some fun coverage. So yeah, you can just go to my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Bridget Case. And yeah, it's really fun. I love Twitch. I think it's such a great community. I mean, it's similar to this. You get to interact with your chat, and it's a real awesome sports community. I don't know. I'm just all about it. I love it because I think TV's dead, and I'm never going back to television, and this is amazing. And I love
also great for music. When
yes,
all the algorithms started shutting down YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Twitch gave a platform for people to play live music. And so for live sports, video games, and music right now, Twitch is really doing the most. So I love to see that you're spending a lot of time over there. And on obviously, you've killed it on TikTok. TikTok.
He always does that. He always does that. He always calls it TikTok, and I
say it to be funny to my daughter, and then it isn't funny. Like
we are over 40 though, so I think it's legitimate. I think it's
no, but that's the new thing. Are you kidding? I mean, that's what's so great about TikTok is like you get on it, and most of your normal real life friends aren't on it. So no, it's kind of awesome because you can just say like, screw it, do whatever. Who cares? I'm like always like, this is when friends find stuff, I'm like, this is not for you. This is for strangers on the internet.
But strangers on the internet become friends. Okay, so
Totally.
this was a flagrant foul. The flagrant foul was on Booker. Nilo in the chat says Booker got the flagrant. He will now score and kill on points. That's very interesting. I saw that foul, and it was he got mowed down, and I don't think there was even any question that it was a flagrant 2. But it was on your man Booker. But now you could definitely see Booker trying to go out and atone for his sins and certainly start putting the basket, the hoop in the basket now. So Toronto keeps possession, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for you, Bridge, unless he gets another one, which he won't do. He won't get another flagrant. No. But it's good for Jimmy and I, who are both on the Raps. Jimmy, what do you want to do with the information from Bob? Bob sent in one pick and then literally a minute and a half later said, please use this pick.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah,
well, Bridge is here. She's representing this competition right now.
I think it's fine. You know what? I feel so bad for all these people who are behind me. You know, give it to them. They need it.
All right.
I don't understand. I couldn't quite figure out Raptors plus a half. I guess that would be in regulation, but I don't see that said anywhere here. So yeah, let's go with that bet that he made. The live bet that he made was a $50 bet on the Suns money line minus 190.
That's
it. You know, in the city of the team that he's betting against, I hope Bob Guiney loses this bet. I hope the Raptors win. So sorry, Bob. Congratulations on your good looks.
He's very handsome.
Hope you lose this money.
So can I tell him that the second bet is official?
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
My approval.
Yeah,
love it. Thank you, Bridge, for the cosign.
The champion gave it her approval. Bridget, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You really brought a lot of fun to the show. You are our winner. You picked up a quick K, and you're in line for more cash.
Heck yes.
But also, you get to know when you go to sleep at night that you are the best bettor, and these fools can only study you and learn and become better bettors themselves. You know,
it's all about sticking with what you know. I'm telling you, those little $4 bets come in handy when you don't know what you're doing. When you don't know what you're doing on a certain sport, stay away. That's what I say.
Good.
It's so funny that Dennis, who I cap with every day, respected and loved that $4 bet so much, because I took it as a slap in the face to hockey fans. It did.
I liked it more as like a slap in the face to David Tuckman, who was doing like $5 bets on basketball. So I thought that it was like
once you said that, I was like, oh yeah, totally. That's exactly what I was going. I like it.
That's how I took it.
No, I like it. Yeah, they'll have to watch out during March Madness.
Hell yeah. And Bridge, the new homeowner, looking to pad the place with more cash. So good luck to you.
Oh my God, thank you. Like, you're gonna help me put in these countertops. This is great.
Let's get the granite. Let's get the granite and the marble countertops.
I'm getting quartz. You know.
Oh, we're getting quartz.
I'm getting quartz. But I'm hoping I can redo the tile floors because it's like laminate, gross laminate right now. So you know, fingers crossed we can take care of that. But I just have to say, honestly, I feel good today regardless, because I'm super pumped that Miami got it done for me today against Duke, because I think a lot of people didn't see that happening. So I'm just feeling good.
No, it was a great call. I wish I went with you guys on Miami. I didn't take Duke. I wasn't on the other side of it. The game against Boston.
It was just so weird. That was not right. That number was not right to me. So, but
yeah, that's what they were saying. +9 was ridiculous.
That's like
great win. And now there's 3 weeks left in Best Bettor, and it's all going to be college basketball showcase games. So, looking forward to watch you rock, and congratulations on your success. It's all richly deserved. So, impressive work.
Thank you. Well, thank you guys for all your guidance.
Well, let's get this cash. Let's get Booker home. By the way, Nilo did tail you. Nilo is with you. He says, great capper. I tailed with Booker. Let's cash, girl. That's what Nilo
let's go. Where are we at? I'm blindly watching this right now because I'll be able to check the score once I get off of here. But
Sweet.
Got it.
Well, thank you so much for hanging with us.
Bye,
much
guys.
love.
Thank you.
All love, Bridge. Thank you so much for rocking with us.
You too.
Peace.
There is Bridget Case, and definitely follow her on Twitch. We're going to throw her Twitch handle down in the chat, and I already threw her Twitter handle down in the chat. Now, for whatever reason, and maybe this was just me, drinking and gambling, I thought that Ayton had got to 16 points, and then I was a bucket away. He's at 14 points.
Okay. But I thought you needed him at 17 points. What's up to Ty Swanson, by the way? Wes's little brother in the building, young T Swizzle, up all over this chat. Good to see you, Ty Swan. Hang on. What do you need in that bet, Jimmy?
17.5, but I thought he was at 16.
Nah, he's at 14.
Yeah. Tyler Swanson, whom I've never met before. Respect T Swanson, and his older brother and I go way, way back, and I was his line mate on the ice and brought the best out of him. And also, we went across the country together when we graduated high school. 7 days after we graduated high school, we took a train across the country. Me and T Swanson's brother, man.
Well, I'll tell you this: T might be the better Swanson.
That'll happen. That means you got good bloodlines. Speaking of good bloodlines, T Swanson's dad, I've spent a ton of time with, and I got to hang out with in Connecticut, and so
Big Dave?
That's why. Oh, of course, yeah, man, and his aunt and uncle. His uncle is on a farm in Connecticut. Is one of the most interesting. The liquor commercial where the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah.
That's his uncle. His uncle went out, fought in Vietnam, came back, and they have a camp. They have a camp for an ADD camp that they have, and they have horses at the camp and all these animals. And me with horses, like I'm first and foremost, I'm a thoroughbred handicapper, and that's what I would prefer to be. And I got the first time I ever rode a horse was at T Swanson's uncle and aunt's camp.
No way.
In Connecticut, I rode a horse first time in my life. Understood the power.
Oh my God, Trent with the tray. And just for the record, Wes has stepped onto the chat and he's taken offense to me giving love to his younger brother, who might be more handsome and more talented and a better overall person. He doesn't.
There he is. Wes, because all I had to say was the first time I ever ridden a horse in my life was there with Wes. Man, that's wild. Okay, let's get back to work.
Let's get back to work. All right, listen, Trent's going.
The Raptors are up 16 in this.
Yo, what? You're quite ahead of me then. I'm going live.
No, I'm just looking. Yeah, I'm looking at my stats, but yeah, Raptors are up 16 and there's.
Okay, is anybody? Hey, are the bots making us any offers, Jimmy?
Oh, do I care about these bots offers? Maybe we got to take a look. But I'm still concerned about old man Ayton. He better start the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at the bots' offers here.
The bots are not making us an offer, Jimmy.
Oh, good. We don't want because all they can give us is all the money, right? But we have the Raps plus 8.5. The under
Jimmy,
116.5. Well, what's Scotty at? Scotty might be a problem. Is Scotty?
Oh, good question. Good question. Let's have a look. See, I think Scotty's. Come on. All right, wait a second. Barnesy, are you ready for the stat line?
Yeah.
6 rebounds, 1 assist, 13 points.
He's at 21, yeah.
So what do we need? 27?
25.5. So that's fine. He'll get.
Don't you worry about that. And he's got 2 rips. He's got 2 rips and a block, Jimmy. The defensive stats should be worth double. He's got 2 steals and a block. Man, Barnes.
He's only at 20. I even thought that at one point. I was like, why bring his assists into this? And he got that early assist. And I was like, oh, that was a good move. But it should just be points and rebounds with Scotty.
Now he's on the bench.
Okay? There's nothing wrong with him, right?
He's on the bench. No, he's chilling. Do we really want Pascal bringing the ball up? Okay.
What are we being? Oh, we're not being offered. Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay, maybe at the break.
No, I will not take it. Oh, nice handle, Pascal. Oh, Jimmy.
Precious. Oh,
Precious.
Man.
All right, book. That was nice of Bridget. Bridge spent some time with us. That was nice.
Yeah, I liked it. She's cool.
Yeah, she's doing her thing. She's working her ass off. That chick.
I would like I'm going to offer you something, but you can't look it up, and you can have never looked it up before. And I know you'll.
Oh my God, Spicy
What
P. Sorry, I'm listening. I won't look it up. I'll never have looked it up. Tell me.
Okay. I will give you $50.
Oh God, I love this.
Straight up. Just send you $50. Oh, maybe I put my I've already offered it, so I'll just let it go.
No. Take it back.
No. I'll give you $50. And you only get one try. And you only get 1 minute. Let's put this timer up. So here we go. Stopwatch. No, we'll go timer. 1 minute. Okay, for $50, one of the stars of the Toronto Raptors is named Precious.
Yeah.
He has 2 brothers and 2 sisters. You only get one guess. Could you give me the other name of a sibling? 1 minute starting now.
No. This is great. I do not know the answer. Precious. It's not going to be. Oh, is there a delicate out there? No.
I'm not going to give you any facial. You look at me for some kind of facial kind of tell. You make.
I thought I got a guess. I thought I got.
Yeah, is that your guess?
How much time have I got left?
31 seconds.
Precious. Not debonair. Precious, delicate. I'm not looking at the thread as well. I promise you, I'm on.
18.
Precious. Not valuable.
12.
I'll say delicate. Delicate.
Oh, good. Because I don't want to send you $50.
Give me a hint.
No, that you're done. These are grace, peace, promise, and God's will.
Oh, I thought they were going to be like close to precious. All right. Grace, promise, God's will. What's the last one?
Go back. Oh, sorry. I thought promise was probably up for grabs. Grace,
no.
Peace. I thought peace might have been something you might have fired out.
Precious and peace. Nah, I was thinking things that are precious. I was thinking, listen, my man. Well, no, this would be too easy, but I'm not going to put any money on it. But this is where my man, this is where I'm thinking. My man Scott Tucker, may rest in peace. My brother. He dated a girl named Emerald who had sisters. What were her sisters' names?
Diamond.
Close.
And Beluga.
There was Beluga, Fallujah. No, there was Ruby, Emerald, and Sapphire, and there was one more. There was one more stone, but you'd always be screwed up. I'd always be like, I would know Emerald, and then the sisters would come around, and you would just be like, "What's up, Topaz? What's up, Amethyst?" Like, there was no way of winning or actually really remembering it. So the joke had to be kind of funny because you would never remember the name.
Shit. By the way, 70 points were scored in the third quarter.
Okay. Hang on. Let's see what the over/under is now, Jimmy.
I'm screwed. They're offering me $12 on that total.
Yeah, I'm screwed on the on this as well. And I had under 222.
We're not being offered anything on the. I think it's too confusing for the bots.
They're leaking oil, Jimmy. I want them to. I want to break a bot tonight. We haven't been firing. We have not been firing. We haven't been watching this game. Do we go?
I've been watching it. But I just thought we were in such great shape. By the way, Dan Kelly had the best guess: cubic zirconia. Wow.
Old
Milo,
cubic
you're right.
zirconium.
When it got down to 211, I was trying to get to single digits, 212. Look how big they're going too. The Suns without Ayton out there. Come on, Scotty. Did Scotty go to the line?
He's got the ball very close to the line.
Don't leave the line, Scotty. Maybe they'll let you take shots. Okay, no. Now I'm nervous. Oh, Nilo says at the line.
Where the hell are you?
Am I late? I'm 10:37, 36.
I'm 10:33.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
geez.
that's a soft ass call.
I'm very concerned.
With good reason. With very good reason.
So I need over 5.5 point rebounds and assists. I need Ayton to score 2 buckets. How did this happen? I thought we were about to get paid in full.
Jimmy, it's as if the books have Biff's almanac and they know the game. They know it all before it's even happened.
We were being offered 145 on the $40.
And we laughed in the bots' faces, and they actually did not appreciate that.
They took offense.
No, don't worry, Roby. We'll turn the things around right now.
No, the bots will not be broken.
Well, this under's got to be getting live again all of a sudden, doesn't it?
What's 96 plus 86? You're good at words and math.
It's 182.
96 plus 86. Oh,
this is becoming a violent game.
Which actually I love to see.
Yeah, I like it too, but okay, they're starting to pay me again for the under. They're not. This is going to be a tough fourth. I don't think my under's out of the question anymore. Maybe I should have. It didn't quite get to like 11 or 12 point middle. Spicy P's coming back in. Nurse been eating a lot of burgers. Nilo needs 4 points for Booker and 2 for Pascal, both to cash up plus money. I need a beverage.
Did Nurse maybe wash his white shirt with a red shirt? Does it look a little pink, or is it do I just have a horrible screen?
I don't know. I'll have to take another look at those milky tits, but they'll be on the screen in no time, I'm sure.
Okay.
Just 229.5 right now. It says Nilo. Okay, well, stop it.
Payne is having a bit of a game. Biombo. He was a Rap, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. That's how he got his big contract in Orlando. I mean, he had the huge year with us and then got this 18 per in Orlando, one of the worst contracts of all time. Hey, is this mute working? Can you hear me when I do this?
Say something. No. Okay, no. I because I don't know if you're just doing this. I don't know if you're just doing this.
Okay, good. No, it's working. That's good. I need to make sure it's working.
Okay. No, it's working. We did not get live bets from John or from Tiff.
I'm surprised. And I sent Tiffany an email about Toronto, and I should have said, but I already sent an email to all of them about okay, you know what? This is getting too tight. It's getting too tight. My palms are leaking. I'm going to need a beverage, but you haven't left. And I'm
here.
That.
You go, you leave. I'm here. I got this.
But I respect that you haven't left. Enormous respect. Okay.
Get out of here.
I'm going to get some booze and we're going to.
I'm going to hold it down. I've got this.
Where's my lackey anyways?
Yeah. Where is your lackey?
I don't know. Not around. Okay. I'll be right back.
All right. You get out of here.
Okay. But quick review. We're not being offered anything. Why?
Because the bots, they know we have a history together.
It's all we need. All we need, Scotty, and we cash this thing.
All we need is Scotty, and yeah, you're right. Why aren't they offering us? I'm refreshing. Okay, as you get a refreshment, I'm refreshing.
Can you regale the fans with our
yes, get out of here.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right, to our fans, here's the regalia. Let me regale you with our 4-legged 2-man bet. Very different than a 2-man somersault. But it kind of works in the same way. We're both going in the same direction, if you will. I started the bet. My first pick was for I teased the Raptors up to plus 8.5. And then Jimmy countered with the Barnes bet. So he's got Barnes over 25.5 combined assist, rebounds, and points in the match. I came back with a third overall Spicy P Senior Pascal Siakam over 0.0 or over 0.5 threes made in the match. He made a 3 in the first, 6 minutes of play. So that's a green tick. And then Jimmy's last bet, the fourth in our 4-legger, is under 116.5 for the Phoenix Suns. So that's our 4-banger right now. It is alive, but it is dangerous. There is some danger out there. We will see. Anybody out there cashed yet? We're still seeing Bridget's got the Booker bet alive. A couple of our other players are on Booker. John Orlando had Booker scoring the first points in the game, which did not cash. And Jimmy and I did not really love that bet, but Pascal's bringing the ball up right now. That's an interesting choice. That's an interesting flex, but he's got a decent handle. He does have a decent handle. Hell of a game. We're looking at 90. I've got 98.90. I'm just gonna go live. If you guys are still live, I'm rocking live with you guys because Jimmy is not there. Okay, we are live and in effect. And okay, a miss is good. He gets fouled. Raps 98.90. Maybe we'll look at this little leaderboard. Show you how this gets down. Overall leaderboard. You saw Tiff. She was here earlier. She's got a $754 lead over Bob Guiney. 1377. He's got in-game action. We got young Tiffany Michelle in the third spot. And who's knocking at the door? I will not let him in. I will not let him in until he learns how to behave himself on this thread. Young Jimmy the Bag. Hailing from parts unknown. He's coming back, folks. He is coming back. He's got the Kraken. He needed it. Siakam's still playing on the outside. That's why I like the kid for a 3. He does tend to play out there. Oh, my God. Disgusting spin move for Spicy P. That was absolutely poetic. The fact that they're shutting down Booker a little bit, they're shutting down these drives. Toronto's defense is looking poised. Bad passing by Phoenix. Off, oh my God, off balance 3 going over to his left. And Bridges, who I was just taking the piss out of, hits a monster tray that was not easy. Shot clock winding down, and he still buries. I do not know why Pascal Siakam, the last 3 possessions, has brought the ball up. They've got a switch now. Shamit's on him. Yeah, the ball's high. That's a tough shot. Didn't get an offensive rebound. As I said, these Raps are second overall. Oh, that could have been a nice swipe by Van Fleet, who's turned it over at least 4 times. Where was that on the bingo card? All right, foul.
Nice.
That's
Nilo cashes Pascal prop. Great job, Nilo.
What up, Jimmy?
I'm very concerned. I'm very, very concerned about. I thought that the Ayton, I'd put myself in a position for a slam dunk. He's not even on the floor. How long are they going to wait? Are they going to bring him on this foul?
I told you he's a 40-year-old man.
They're not if Biyombo's on the line.
Bismack. The Bismarck.
He's played 24 minutes tonight?
Who, Bismack or DeAndre?
DeAndre. Bismack's played 5.
I was going to say, I hadn't seen him out there. Yeah, that was the worst contract when Orlando picked him up.
Yeah, it was hilarious. We all laughed in Orlando's face. But we all
at
laughed.
the time I wasn't sure it was bad because he had such a good year. It was hard to know like that was him at his peak in Toronto. Like, didn't you like him when he was there?
Yeah, sure. It was a an energy changer, coming off the bench. This reminds me of when the Rams scored their touchdown, and we were live, Kip, and I refilled my beverages for overtime. Yet there was no overtime, and the game ended about 90 seconds later.
We have a 4-point game here, Jimmy. I don't even want you to say those words anymore. If you could just refrain from.
I told you that I was worried about that outcome, but there's been 18 points scored in the first 6 minutes of this quarter. We knew that it would tighten up. Okay, now I'm getting offered $12 for my under.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking at. The bots.
So all we need is Scotty Barnes. We only need Scotty Barnes.
Well, okay, so the under. Well, no, hang on. The thing that we shan't speak of could still come into play.
Yeah, of course, and we won't speak.
Okay, you're seeing Nick Nurse's shirt. You're going to see it shortly. Was it washed with the Reds? Does it look a little pink to you?
Yeah, it looks a little rosé, man.
Okay. All right. Just double and nothing wrong. Like, hey, that's a good flex. You're in the desert right now. Keep it,
How did I screw this up again? Nilo was offering us all the numbers for this total. 214, 213, 212. He's like, do you want to middle this? Jimmy, do you want to middle this? Do you want to middle this? And I kept just thinking I was miss this. Please brick this. Oh, it's on Siakam. They're not going to bring Ayton back in.
Where is Booker? 3 fouls in a row for Pascal Nilo. And Nilo's saying Booker's not even on the floor.
Oh, man, I just couldn't care less about Booker. I'm seeing all my cat. Like, I was legitimately spending all that. Well, of course I wouldn't. All I want is my unit size to grow. I would like to have an account that's got, 50K in it.
Yes. Oh, my God. Well, no foul. That was a foul.
No, it's not a foul, man. That's
on
Barnes playing great defense.
Oh,
because he's better than you, Macau.
Macau.
Met the cow.
The cow. Come on. That's got to go the other way. That's Toronto ball. Shut up, Biombo. Yo. That's right.
Now pull him. Get him out. Put in Ayton. Oh, come on, Scotty. Don't pretend that hurt you. You're a beast.
What's Van Vliet doing? If Van Vliet... Yeah, I heard him. He's in pain.
He's not.
JaVale.
Ayton Canada's better be on. If Ayton's not on the court, I'm going to stop.
He's on the court.
Thank God.
He's on the court. I
need 2 buckets. I'm not sure if I'm going to get them. 6 minutes?
This is good defense right now. No?
Holy, yeah, that's a foul, man.
No, I like it. Shit, he was in his shorts. I like that. Yeah. Okay, I'm pausing it. I'm going to pause it a little bit. I think I'm a bit ahead of you again.
Okay, but I don't mean to be that slow kid that you got to wait for, but thank you.
Okay, I'm at 608, 607. Oh, yeah,
606. What was that? No, Monty's pissed off. It's got to be defensive on Booker. That's right.
That was a horrible pass.
Why you whine?
Why you whine? What game were we watching?
Ugly. This is ugly basketball,
bro. That was a what's going on with Van Vliet is not looking after the ball.
God, it's so funny. It's so funny the way the live betting and this all works when you watch a game. 8 minutes into the second quarter, I could have just taken all of the goods. Now, in saying that, if Scotty Barnes gets there, we get there. That's all we need.
Yes. Okay. Tell me this for next time. If we've got a $40 bet down and they're offering us 130.
But I want to go up. I want to move it up to my unit size now for these live shows. I think 50 is very comfortable.
I know. Okay, fine. So if we bet 50 and our return is 50 each, and our return is, let's say, a return is $700, and they're offering us $250, do we consider it from the bots and take that money and be like, okay, we're going to take this profit plus our original and just throw bullets on the inside anyways? Or no?
I'd be comfortable with that. If I'd be comfortable under this. If we cash out early, we have a planned next bet, and that's going to be hard to do with them. How fast they change the odds. I don't ever want to cash out. I want to. I don't, only because I think that the books steal from us. That's the only reason. But I've watched you do that with success, and maybe I need to change my game up a little bit. You know, Dennis Garcia, he says that you should never cash out, but you can hedge.
Okay.
But I don't know, Kip. And I'm not gonna, like, the live side of our gambling together excites me very, very much, because I spent 15 years with a local that didn't allow it. So that's my whole history is not, and so this is something that I'm not going to pretend to be the corner of truth on.
In terms of books, you're in a relationship with a very conservative girlfriend, and now that you have something you can do in game and online, you've got somebody who's willing to maybe, try some new things, and you're very excited about the prospect of that, which excites me. Because I love in game, but the problem with doing a parlay 4-legged, there is no true hedge there. You're never going to be able to get in. Okay, middle's great too, but what do you do when you do have 4-legged and they're offering you a really steady return?
It's
because that's that's what we're talking about.
It's a big bucket. Gary Trent all day.
Yo, I was wrong 100 times over thinking that he was going to be in handcuffs tonight. Van Fleet looks a step slow, Jimmy.
Yeah, he does. But I think he's fine.
4 points is very scary right now. Look at this double team on him. How does he handle it? Oh, good job. Push it. Oh my God. Incredible defense, because they made Toronto actually did the right thing on that press.
I thought Scotty was going to get an assist there. Not that I need assists.
Well, hey, everything helps.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Man. Oh, man. What a turn. Okay, they're not going to call. Nick's not ready to call a timeout. He's got 3 left. He's going to burn one before the 3-minute mark. For sure, he's going to get rid of one. Oh, my God. Look after the ball. That's a nice pass. Oh, didn't need the extra. Or did he for Barnesy? Biombo, the Bismack going off. Tie game, 4:30. I'll say this, Jimmy. We do have a knack for picking games that have some drama. We've got a tie game here at the very least. This is good. Last week, our game goes to overtime. The week before that, it was close. The week before that was probably the worst game. We did the Milwaukee-Philadelphia game, and it was close in the end. And, NBA can take 45 seconds, can take half an hour, and that's exactly what happened. I wish I wish they could clean that up. I wish they could clean that up a little bit. But
I'm extremely concerned.
Well, it's all concerning. My 8.5 is technically kind of concerning.
Oh no, that's pillow. That's Egyptian cotton. That shit. I have no concern.
Suns minus 2.5, minus
Dennis.
115.
Dennis. So, the pandemic has played such a enormous role in all of our lives. But Dennis is 10, 12 minutes from me.
Is he? Dennis is sharp as hell, man.
I know, and but look, I've been camping with him for a long time, but I haven't got a chance to hang out with him, and I want it. I want to badly. Maybe we should do opening day. If it's opening day at Woodbine, obviously my kids need to be there. So maybe opening day. We need to go on a boring Wednesday night, like a quiet. Let's plan that. Then it's like, maybe second week into the Woodbine season. Opening day is going to be madness.
Okay, what about? I mean, I'd also be like, if Dennis could come in and talk on this show. He's sharp as hell, man.
Oh, look, there been 5 years of people wanting Dennis to be live. Dennis just needs Dennis, professional gambler who just does his thing.
All I'm saying, Dennis, if you ever want to come on, I'd love to have you on, brother. I'd love to have you on.
We pushed that hard, Kip. I stopped pushing it about 2 years ago.
Yeah, but sometimes you just got to find the right, like. No. Oh my God. Right? Are you kidding me?
That's offensive. A foul? That's not offensive. That he's pointing forward like that's offensive. That's on.
Yeah, it's offensive. He's saying this is weird. Payne's freaking out.
Come on. Look, you never been slapped in the face before? You acting like you have been.
Okay, what the? How's that offensive? How is that offensive, Jimmy? Step back, shoot.
I mean, I saw that little.
Oh, he elbowed him. He elbowed him on the follow through. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, why don't you go into concussion protocol? Why don't you rest on the pillow and tell everybody how upset you are? Write in your diary.
He's T-paining too much. Oh, beat it. Are we really gonna look at this, Stripes? Some bullshit.
Oh wow! Look, that's the first ever. So after 4 years of this. This is the first ever possibility that we've ever had. Is Dennis says maybe after I meet Jimmy, I'll go online. We've been pushing this for 4 years. Nilo says I'll drive. Yeah, no, Nilo, you probably live. I'm guessing you live 5 minutes away from the great Dennis Garcia. I'm shook, man. I'm a shook one. Look, I thought we were about to get paid out like enormously, and then I stopped betting. Look, I stopped betting. The whole idea of our show is to put it not best better, but with us doing live. Sorry, let me just be selfish. The whole idea of me gaining financial enjoyment out of this is firing all these shots, and so I thought $50 unit was a good price point to fire shots, but. It seems like when I'm ahead, I think I'm going to cash just a couple $100, and I stop betting. I don't know. Like I guess I haven't figured out.
David Spade in the crowd.
Ken Jennings has figured it out. I have not.
No, but here's a problem. We're really not just sitting here angling the entire. I can't believe he's shooting. I cannot believe he's on the line.
Oh, good.
This is ridiculous.
You should close this. Look at Van Fleet explaining it. I agree with Fred.
Yo, I cannot believe he's on the line, and they're getting ball.
If Scotty Barnes, I'm in big trouble. I'm in huge trouble. I'm going to lose. It's not. I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's been an okay night. But
that's a weird call. I mean, I guess I don't know. That was a weird call. Phoenix has a lot of momentum rocking with them.
Yeah.
And they do have the most dangerous player on the court out there in Book. God, that is.
He's not being the most dangerous player on the court. He's barely noticeable.
Yeah, but I mean, dudes like Kobe or dudes like just they can be negligible.
He should not be in a conversation with that man.
Kobe put him in the conversation with him, though. Oh, my God. Kobe trained him and put him in the conversation with him. Kobe liked Book a lot.
No, I respect that.
I hear you, like, career-wise, no. But the fact, like, before Kobe died, that he was really rocking with Book and Tatum, to me, those guys get extra.
Okay.
Ayton.
I got 2 from Ayton. But I'm not.
Now you're ahead of me
more.
again, Jimmy.
I'm not going to get 2 more. I'm unlikely to get 2 more.
Don't you ever say that. Don't you ever say that. You're a goddamn champion. You're going to play like a champion and finish like a champion.
No, you're right. How old do you think he is? Like 40?
Ayton is at least 43. Spicy P. Oh, and you know what? He looked at it. He didn't even think about offensive rebound. He didn't even think about it. I cannot believe
I'm going to lose this under too. It's unbelievable. What a shit show.
Well, Ayton needs a free throw. Well, or he needs 2 points, whatever.
He needs 2 points. But who cares? I mean, we've got a ton of other action. Where's Scotty Barnes? He's gone.
Okay, rebound. Give it to him. That's got to be easy. That's got to be easy. Stripes. Shooting 2 plus 1. Nah.
How did this happen? We were going to cash everything in the second quarter. Now I'm like.
The third quarter went berserk, and we weren't on. You know what? Bridget happened. She was on. Yeah. She was on for a long time.
You're right. I should have been. We should. I don't. Obviously, I don't blame Bridget. I blame myself, but
I blame Bridget.
Money to be made, man.
I'm only kidding. I certainly don't blame Bridget. It was a pleasure.
No, she's money. I know that.
She's awesome.
But and then look, my unit size is small enough where this is just $50 a pop. You know, who cares? But still want to be on the right side of the ledger. You know.
I hear that all day. Sun Life. Those fools owe me some money. Come on, D up. Van Fleet, you owe a stop. You turned the ball over 4 times. Look how far deep out they're doubling Book. I like that. Grab it. Push it.
That's got to be an assist, right? Oh, no.
Fire it up. Oh, my God. He missed it. Okay.
But who got that? Birch or Siakam or whatever? I cannot believe that. Oh.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
We need Barnesy.
Oh, Scotty!
Here
baby.
You go.
Well, I need a lot more.
Not a lot more.
No, $1.40 left. I need a lot more. I need 2 more buckets.
Or 4 quick assists.
Yeah. Scotty's not good. I'm going to lose both these props, man. Scotty needs 4 and Book sitting at 19. Book going to break hearts tonight.
Well, hang on. You and I don't have the we don't have the over under, so we're not necessarily afraid of overtime tonight. I've got the under somewhere else, but you and I, for all intents and purposes, for our combined bet.
You know, you look. I only have $50 on the under. I did not make a unit bet on the under because I just wanted to stay at this $50 unit. You know, firing these shots, which I think makes it more fun. So So now you're right. If we could get into overtime, that would help. No, it wouldn't help because I'd lose the team total under 116.5. So no.
Snap! Apparently, Tiffany Michelle has emailed a pic from 17 minutes ago. And same with John. Oh, snap! Okay.
Okay.
So John Orlando said at 7:15, $100 on Gary Trent Jr. over 5.5 rebounds, which I don't even think he had the money. And then here's from Bridget. I'm going to send this over to you.
Okay, he got that. He's got 6 rebounds, so he got that. Okay,
I don't know if he had $100 in his account.
Oh my God.
Here we go. Give it to Barnes.
Wow.
Well,
Nilo running hot out there. Love it, Nilo. Booker is getting tested by Van Fleet. This is the best defense I've ever seen Van Fleet play in my life.
Well, because he turned the ball over 4 times.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, damn.
Honestly, like, turn as a point guard. Oh, but you think that's
Well,
why?
there is one thing that did happen here is that David Tuckman just cashed his over. I was heads up with him, and he cashed the over. I should have middled this. Nice job, Tuck. So Tuck's in business for a week now. Obviously, he needs the Senators badly. He needs the Lightning badly. But he cashed the over on 150 bones, and that's a great way to start. And then he's got the parlay Canucks. Penguins already took care of business. Lightning tomorrow night. Canucks are live right now. They were down 2-0. So we'll need an update there, which I can give you one in a second. But I lost the under. Nilo was trying to push us to hedge or
Still two bagel. Still
wow, low scoring game.
What are we in? Halfway, a little over halfway through the second. 9 minutes left to go. No. Crowder on the run.
Find Aiden in the middle. Aiden, get the rebound. Oh,
Bookie.
Is that Booker?
Yep. How many is that for Booker now? That is 22 for Booker. So Bridget is alive on her 20 and a half. And her 20 over hit. So for that $50, as much as we hated on her, that hit. Yeah. And what did she get? Excuse me.
Oh my
God. Oh my God, Jimmy. This is crazy. Oh my God. Booker for a 3. Barnes got another swipe. Is that his third steal? Give it to him.
What a fucking mess. I cannot believe it when I go over my action here tonight.
Yeah, mine was not a thing of beauty either. I had the Raps and the under, so I was right with the Raps, wrong with the Unda. I just didn't think the massive run.
I will send you $40 here. Because you are going to sweep the parlay. I'm the one that let us down. And Scotty let us down. Damn, Scotty.
Hang on. There's still time, man. Still time.
No, I need too much. We need to go to overtime. Even if we go to overtime, I don't know if I'm going to catch that. I'd rather just the cappers that took, because we have 2 different cappers. Tiffany, Michelle, and John Orlando took Raptors money line. I'd rather them both cash it. But you're right. The best case scenario for all of our gambling in total would be they give the ball to Booker, he cashes a tray, and we head to overtime.
Yeah. So did you see the bet from Tiff?
No, I'll take it out. But Dan Kelly says when you get a chance, check out the foul that Trae Young took, 4:20 mark of the third quarter. He's marking, he's time stamping it for us.
Wow.
Said Meryl Streep would be jealous.
Wow. Well, Dan, I'm going to make a confession here. I am a Knicks fan, even though I'm wearing the Raps. I am a Knicks fan, so not a lot of love lost between myself and Trae Young. Although I do have respect for the man's game, but you know,
I don't see a bet from Tiff.
Oh,
Do you see a bet from Tiff?
Yeah,
okay.
I said it.
No, you sent me the message, but I don't see a bet there.
Oh, hold tight.
Okay, I just see I see a situation, a gambling situation. I don't see any bet taking place.
Okay, here it is. Share to Jimmy. All right, I text messages to you. Peep game.
Okay,
so it came in.
Okay.
At 7:53 Pacific Standard Time.
What's the bet? I don't see a bet there.
You still can't see the bet?
No, I just see
she's saying Raptors -6.5 spread. Couldn't type in the bet, so $50 on that, and I have Tamps type on screenshot, so you know it's now.
Okay. Cool. You'll have to remind me of that so I write it down when I guess I can write it down now in my notes here. Just
no, I'm a 4-2, and then we'll
Okay,
kind of figure it out afterwards.
Look at that Booker 3. That was awful. Take a second, compose yourself, man. You a child? Look, I don't want
it? Nilo needs it.
I don't care if he. It sucks that we're gonna.
We were right about. Listen, you know what sucks is that we both like the Raptors.
Well, I'm gonna cash on the Raptors +5. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Well, I'm not cashing anything because I had the Raptors with the unders, and then yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Which is killing me why I'm being so stupid lately and looking for these scores as opposed to Bridges beat it.
What a big win.
Good. That is going to do it for this evening's game. That was a lot of fun. Jimmy, I had the Raps outright on Wednesday, but I had the under. And I'm on the wrong side there. And 222 was where I got it at. So that kind of sucks.
Barnes goes 15-6-1. Doesn't cash me. And Gary Trent went for 40 points. Anytime Bob Guiney bets an under on somebody, we should hammer
take
the
those
over.
out of it.
We also made a bet together, and you cashed both your sides of the bargain.
Yeah.
I did not. So I'll send you the $40 ticket price. Dennis Garcia said Raptors money line this morning. Like, he was all over Raptors money line. And we had two players bet the Raptors money line. And at least it gives me some, and I don't lose every bet live tonight because I did get the Raps +5. God, that's just so aggravating. And Nilo was gifting us. He was gifting us the middle or the hedge. And I was like, I wanted to go down to the single digits, like 2.5. I should figure out what the number is. I had under 222, and there was a 210.5 that Nilo was like, you can take the over here. I don't know why I didn't. But let's go over the cappers that did cash here.
Okay.
First off, did our Bridget Case did not cash with Booker? No, 22 points.
Yeah, 22 points.
Not her live bet, but she's in business.
She's in business, and Tiff's bet that. So don't even worry about that because she had it at 6. It ended at 5. So throw out Tiff's. John Orlando. I mean, we'll talk about that later. Bob, what did Bob send in for his live game?
I will pull up Bob's live right now.
Suns.
Yeah, so he lost that one.
Which is hilarious because his first bet was right. The first bet that he made was $50. All right, Jimmy, this is what happened. At 7:13 p.m., he text messaged me his action. I saw it. I took it, said I got it. Then he said, hold on, buddy. Please use this one instead. And that was Phoenix Suns -190. And then I said to him, we talked about your first bet. I'll talk to Jimmy on with Bridge. She is now co-signed it. That your second bet is the one to go. What does that tell you?
Well, you know what it tells me about Bob? It tells me this.
Bob comes out fast and hard, but he's probably not going to be the guy who lasts very long.
So it tells me about Bob. John Orlando, though. John Orlando cashed the Raptors money line at +170. He should have made a legitimate man's bet on the Raptors. What's he doing with Booker cashing the first? Like that stuff, I'm trying to move the family down to Vegas. So we got like 5 or 6 weeks planned. Bringing the family and the kids down, hang out with John Orlando in Vegas, and we can talk about, just trusting yourself, believing in yourself, because that was a great bet. And look,
I believe in me.
All right,
I know you
Ham, let
do,
me
bro.
just bring up Bob's action again. Let me
I
bring it up.
hated the Booker first basket. Why flip a coin on that shit? Let's not flip
So
coins. Like,
here's the thing. You, me, and Tux both bet on how long John Orlando would last. And I think that Tux said he didn't think he would make it past week 2. John Orlando is still alive. And he's not going to act, depending on what his in-game bet is, he's going to have a couple of $100. He's going to, he's going to be alive.
Tuck is in business here. Tuck's in business. His lackadaisical approach to live betting tonight's action will cost him. It was just ridiculously, like, I dry heaved 3 times when his bet was announced.
At least 3 times, yeah.
But he's shaped up. Tuck is shaped up for a good week. Tuck at this point has cashed the over 22.5. And then Canucks money line is going to hurt him, I guess, tonight. We'll find out. But they're down 2-0 right now. But he's got huge bets on tomorrow's action. 400 on the Lightning at the Oilers, 300 Blackhawks at Senators. And the more I think about that situation with both bets, I think both bets are right. And I wouldn't. Let's just see. I'm going to go very quick look at the market move. If you want to know, like, for me as a capper, I would never take a minus 150. I would either figure out a -1 line, and that's tricky here when you can only put in 4 bets. But it also works to your advantage a little bit, because if you really believe in one spot, you can put $125 on the Lightning money line, $125 on the Lightning -1.5. And that's totally within your gambling, that's totally within the rules.
Yep.
So, but I think he's bang on for tomorrow. I think Ottawa's very dangerous, and the Blackhawks have looked good the last couple games, but they're a pretty fraudulent hockey team. They have high-end talent with Patrick Kane and DeBrincat, but they don't have depth at forward. The guys we thought would play a big role for them. I know that Strome has stepped up, but Kubalik, who we thought was going to play a big role, has done nothing, and their defense is abysmal. And if you can imagine Marc-Andre Fleury with a 908 save percentage, it's the players in front of him. I think he's right. I think the Senators are the right bet there. And I'm starting to understand that the Lightning might be as well. They're now -140, though, so a 10-cent move against them.
Which is rare, because he's generally been on the right side of these movements. Between you and I, Jimmy,
yeah,
we had a game this evening, but we also have a bet on who's going to do better between Tiffany and Bridget.
You won. You're done. It's over. You're about to get paid.
Oh, it's going to be a good week for your man.
Well, it's about time that you succeeded. Tiffany Michelle cashes the Raptors +210. I mean, I don't see how can I possibly compete at this point? Oh, Booker got 20+. Suns
Yes.
lost. I'm done. You've cashed that.
That's officially done?
It's officially done, yeah.
Booker +20. Suns, that's done. Booker,
Yes.
So she made 57 there. She lost her
It doesn't matter what
NCAA.
she lost. She's up too much money. That sucks. That sucks, because that means that I don't only send you $50 for the win. I have to send you $40 because you swept the board on your parlay. You succeeded on the parlay. I screwed it up.
But guess what? We're going back to this form. This will now be a part of this. And as I said, I think that we should throw it out. If we can get a little combo platter with some of the heads that are in the building early, you and I do our thing, and then we do something fun, and we keep like the thread hot with something with the kids.
I'd have to figure out how to mathematically do it. It's kind of tricky But I think we could do it. We could do $20 each with 5 players in the chat. Only 3 other than us. Okay, no, I could figure that out.
I mean, even if it's $10 or like $10 each.
No. I don't want to play. I don't want to play for that shit, man. I don't give a fuck about that shit, man. I want there to be some sort of risk reward, or I just don't want to talk about it.
All right, I got you. All right, 20.
At a minimum, yeah, with 20 each, and then you have to pay if your leg loses. I think that's a fun thing to do, because then it's $100 full bet. But then I think at that. Okay, I'll think about that over the next few days about how to handle it.
All right, but it would be nice to get like because even this week we had cappers show up a little bit early, and we all could have been pushing in the same direction.
Yeah. Nilo says do 50. Look, we're down with 50. So Nilo, if you want to be in next weekend, I'm down. I'm down 50. I know Kip's down for 50. It wasn't about that. It was just about trying to figure out the mathematics of it all, because the whole idea is that, we each put in a $50 parlay. No, I like that. And then we each pick one thing.
5 guys, one thing each.
One thing, yeah. At 50,
and we stay under minus 200.
The problem is that 50 is not the right number, because if you lose your bet, you should pay out everybody. Give me some time to think about this. I'll figure this out. 50 is not the right number because it's the odd number and it doesn't work out if 5 players are in. I'll figure this out. But on behalf of Best Bettor, Kip, I'm going to lose $50 on our side action and $40 because you succeeded in our parlay. So I will send you $90 right now. And looking at the situation for our players, we have Bridget kind of struggling, Bob Guiney kind of struggling, Tiffany Michelle climbing. And I said Tiffany Michelle would win this thing, and we have a heads-up action on Tiffany Michelle and John Orlando.
$100.
Tiffany Michelle climbing. David Tuckman climbing. David Tuckman is capable of a huge night. Let's just put up a huge weekend. This is Tuckman's action. So he cashed on the over, and he lost. We don't know if he's lost yet on the parlay, but he's got $700 in action. He's got 400 on Lightning, 300 on Blackhawks. That's the biggest bets of the whole contest.
He lost his in-game bet, but that's okay.
Yeah, $50 in-game bet. John Orlando didn't make an in-game bet.
Yes, he did.
He did? Okay,
you remember? He sent over. We got to do some math on it, but he sent over the $100 Gary Trent over 5.5 rebounds.
Oh, you're right. Okay, well, let's go. You're right. He did. Let's go. We'll go over live stuff after. We'll go over tomorrow. Go lock in.
We don't have to do that now.
But very interesting. So you can understand Bridget was passive. Bob Guiney was sort of passive. But Tiffany Michelle, 3rd, and David Tuckman, 4th. They're the most dangerous competitors in this contest now that we've reached the playoffs. And then obviously John Orlando swinging for the fences. But I really despise the Booker to score the first field goal. And that's crazy talk. I know he cashed on Patty Mills to hit the 2 Mountain Dew shots.
That was the 3rd bet that I was thinking of, Jimmy. There's been 3 really big scores that have come in, and that was one of them. Yeah.
The Mountain Dew shots is like it's dumb. Dumb, but it cashed.
Yeah.
And John Orlando is not dumb.
No,
John Orlando is a sharp dude, a cool guy, a guy who's created a great life for himself, and I like him. I'm not sold on the. I do understand I go for broke, I take the big shots, but I don't understand why he doesn't just pick 2 fighters that he really believes in and make big bets on them. Like make a big bet on him. Like he's got $770. Why don't you set up 2-leg parlays with big bets? Because we know he knows what he's talking about in the fight ring, and that he's had some bad luck so far in UFC. But we'll break this all down on the next episode, won't we, Kip?
Yes, we will. And that's where we're gonna leave it. For Play USA, the best better, the only show dedicated to competitive sports betting. 5 people have come onto the show. They've all been given $1,000. We are in the playoffs now, and there can only be one. And right now, Bridget Case is in front. But hey, we're going to see what happens and who's who in the zoo on Wednesday for the best better. My name is Kyprios. I'm getting all the way out of here.
My name is Jimmy the Bag. All we want you to do is get that cash, and we hope you guys do it with us.
That's what we need you to do.
8
Stay with
minutes
us.
into the second quarter, I thought we were going to get all that cash, Kip.
We didn't get it all, but we took a little bit. And you know what? The dream is alive. Jimmy, you and I, we are going to crush some bots. Those bots, no, they're not going to live. They're going to make a little offer for 50 or 60%. We are going to break the bots. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to break the bots. I'm here to break the bank, and I'm here to make some huge bets and make some huge scores with my man, Jimmy the Bag, and the best better. So keep it locked. We'll see you guys next week for March Madness.
And thank you guys so much for joining us. We had a whole bunch of cappers that hung with us through the entirety of the Raptors game, and we loved every second of it. Week 8 awaits the second week of our playoffs. Get that cash on behalf of Kyprios and myself and everybody at Best Better. Thank you for rolling with us. We want that money. Let's get that money.
Let's get the money. Peace.